What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I'm vibed out, baby. You know what time it is, man. It's Friday. I'm feeling extra relaxed, you know. Kids officially in school, end of the week. It's a good day, man. Good day. Weather's nice. I'm tired as heck, low-key, because I hate recording in the morning. I feel like I tell you this every single time.
How late you staying up these days?
Bro, it's not even that I'm staying up late. I'm not a morning person. I'm retired, Deke. And as a retired person, I'm not supposed to get up before 10 o'clock. You know, I'm convinced that's the life that I'm supposed to live going forward. Nothing before 10 o'clock, bro. Because it irks me. I get up and it's like, it's one thing to wake up and get the kids ready for school, drive them, because I can do that and I don't have to be awake. I can have my hoodie on, you know. I just be vibed out and be good. But when we're going to record, I got to like get dressed and try to do nice things and think happy thoughts. And it's just too much for me, man. It's way too much, man. I'm not a morning person, bro. I'm convinced, man.
So you're not like The Rock?
No, not at all, man. Not at all. The only thing that I like
who are guys that once they've retired from their main profession
still wake up early?
Or still wake up early. Or just have ramped it up even more.
Debo still wakes up at 5 in the morning to work out. I'm just like, why? Why?
Don't want to lose it?
Like, why? I have nothing for the early mornings, bro. Like, nothing for it. I'm driving, I'm looking at my wife, and I'm like, babe, it just hit me. Like, I don't do mornings. I don't, man. But this is my self-awareness. I think this is a good thing that I realize that I'm not a morning person, bro.
That's why you're thinking about doing Thursday nights during the season, right?
Yes, it is. Yes. I'm like, I would much rather go on Thursday afternoons than Friday mornings. Even if that means, you know. Oh, hold on. I think they're saying your mic. You might have something with your mic.
Am I low?
Yeah, check you out real quick.
Check. Mic check. What's good, everyone?
Make sure they can hear you. And I'll check on my end as well.
I might just be talking.
Oh, no, it's not you. It's me. I got you. Yep, I had the wrong mic set.
Oh, there it is. Now you're good. Now we got mic action. That's the feedback we needed. Thank you.
How about now?
There we go. Now we're good. Now everybody should be fine. Yeah, so what ended up happening was this. Because I was recording some stuff yesterday, I did the giveaway video.
Yeah.
And for those that haven't seen it just yet, man, there is a new giveaway video up there on the page. Excuse me, I was about to say the channel. But either way, man, it had a lot of information up there about what the giveaway is and how to, you know, potentially win said giveaway. But that's why the audio was off, because I had it set for my other mic and not for these mics. But now we are here, so we are good.
No biggie.
Yeah, man. But I'm totally not a morning person, bro. I just don't do mornings. So with that being said, let's have some fun this morning, all right, man? Let me know where you're tuning in from so we can get a big boy shout out, because we got a lot of fun playing for y'all today, a lot of things we're going to talk about today. But let us know where you're tuning in from, man, so we can get this thing started the right way.
Works for me.
Heck yeah.
Vegas. LTG. WTF is 703 in VA and 702 in the NV. He's talking about area codes.
I'm hearing that, yeah.
Like, he's saying basically they should be numerically in line or in chronological order somehow. So
I see.
Allegheny County here with Pittsburgh, 412.
Right.
So 413 should be Washington.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Or like whatever county's up north. I don't know. You got to take that up with the people that created these. I don't know the reasoning. Actually, I'm curious about it now. How did they come up with area codes?
Just random numbers. What are your 3 favorite numbers? Oh, you said 709? Oh, 709 is your area code then. Oh, you said 757? Oh, all right, 757 then.
I'm actually interested.
Yeah, that's a good question. I actually don't know that.
Brian, the 703, Alexandria, VA. If Deke got a perm, he'd be Seth Rogen's doppelganger.
Yo, that's crazy.
I've heard that one the most in terms of lookalikes.
I'm looking at it like I can see that.
I've heard that one. I mean, especially if I get the beard going a little bit.
I can definitely see that.
I didn't believe it at first, and then I watched a movie with Seth Rogen in it, and not one of his earlier ones, and probably one in the last like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, holy shit. I see where people are coming from.
Yes, dude. Yes.
I'm looking at myself if I ever became an actor.
Why don't you?
And maybe a little bit more funny. I don't know if that's possible, though. I feel like I'm on that level.
Why don't you perm it up?
No,
He said, no, I'm
like
not doing
get
that.
curls. No, my hair used to be like that in high school though. It used to be crazy curly,
Huh.
really frizzy. I guess it died down a little bit as
It's
time went
all
on.
right. I like the look, though, man.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you. Yeah, now I'm rocking them all. Don Juan checking in from the 229 Georgia, and the 901. He's pulling a Trina Steel Diva.
Hey, shout out,
Let's
shout
go.
out. All right, let me hop in here real quick, man. All right, man, we got the homie D'Angelo Edwards. He says, shout out from Japan. Originally from Memphis 901. Well, nah, shout out to everybody that is over in Japan, man. What did he say? Origato. That's one of them. That's like a friendly greeting. I think that's how you say it. Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to that. Shout out to Japan, though, man. It's one of the places I need to go visit. All right. Next up, we got Victor Castilla. Checking in from the 210 San Antonio. Next after that, we got the homie Nick. Why, you know he always tuning in from the 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma. He says, tuning into the greatest podcast in the land.
Wow.
Salute you. We definitely appreciate that. And we got the homie Daryl Murray in Erie, which is the 814. And I cannot forget about the homie AJ Martinez. I think it says Vegas. Oh, no, he's asking a question. But either way, salute you, AJ. We're going to get to you in a second. And then after that, man, Juan Rangel, Henderson, Nevada, Dominic Schrader, the 814, baby. And then I'm going to end it with Shoot the Rock. He in that 563, Du Bois, Iowa. Put some respect on it one time. But we do got to stop because we do have some fancy color that came in super duper. I think it was pre-show. Was it pre-show? It was like early on in this process, man. But yes. So let's stop the show real quick, man. AJ Martinez, we greatly appreciate you as always. This is like
Friday. AJ Martinez is built different.
That's like Game 6 Clay. That's like, you know, Bron.
Mass LeBron.
That's Mass LeBron. That's, I'm trying to think.
Visor Ben.
You know what I'm saying? Like this. That's
Flu game
AJ
Jordan.
Martinez. Like that's where he's at right now, bro. Like it's different.
Friday Martinez.
It is different,
Friday
bro.
AJ.
He's Game 6 Clay right now, man. I'm loving this dude, man.
Shout out to the chat. I need to participate more. You're doing a fine job.
You're doing great.
But
bro.
between being a caregiver for Pops full-time and school part-time, work, and daughter time, it can be scarce. Have a day full of joy, you all. Let's go Steelers. Let's go chat. M&D. Hashtag the frickin' #1 podcast.
Nah, man. Salute you, AJ, man. We greatly appreciate you. And we appreciate you doing all that you're doing in your personal life as well, man. Being the caregiver as well as being the man that you need to be, man. So we definitely salute you for that. And even finding time to, you know, come in here and watch us as we get up here and have a little fun as well, man. So, no, we definitely appreciate you from the heart, baby.
All right. We'll start from the top then.
Let's do it, man.
Does that work?
Heck yeah.
Camonier. Kenny and TJ jerseys are flying off the shelves.
I like that. They need to be.
They are.
They need to be, man.
They're both in the top 10. Is Kenny's like 7 or 8. I think TJ was 4 or 5.
Let's go. Getting that respect. I like that.
It's about time.
Heck
Camonier.
yeah.
Ike Taylor joining the scouting team is a W move.
Nah, I love that. I definitely love that. I saw that. I think that was like a day or two ago where they announced that. Now that's gonna be dope, man. He's one of them dudes, man. Definitely understands the game at a high level. Understands personnel as well, man. When you're talking about, you know, who can do it and who can't do it. And I do always feel like, man, guys that were able to come out here and do it, you know, at a high level, but weren't necessarily the greatest athlete or the greatest like physical specimen. I think that they just understand it a little bit better in terms of like the technique and the fundamentals that come with certain things. And I think the Ike, man, he'll be able to, you know, relay some of that stuff when he is out there scouting. He is out here looking at different talented people. So, nah, salute my dog right there, man. Let's go.
Yeah, it can't be an L move for sure.
Nah, I love that, man. Love that. And he understands the culture as well. He understands what it means to put on his jersey. That's the other part that I like about him. So when you're talking about scouting, that character part definitely matters. You know, and he'll be one of those dudes that definitely can understand that.
Yeah, he knew what it meant to be around the winning teams back in those 2000s glory days.
Absolutely.
Knew what it meant. We heard what Mike Logan was talking about. The sacrifice, being about the team. That was all instilled there.
Yeah.
So let's see if we could add it to this current day roster. All right, we got AJ Martinez.
They called him biting jersey Kobe. They called him untucked jersey Kyrie. That's what they calling this man in the chat right now. I see y'all over there. I see y'all, and I agree. He is definitely all these things on Friday. Let's go.
He says he's just crawling out of bed. School has begun.
Let's go.
Tristan Love says, Deke, I'm the love doctor. Let's find you a lady.
Oh, hey now. You on the market, man?
I've been on the market. I've been single for a minute.
I meant to ask, not on the market. I know that part. I'm saying, are you actively searching? That's what I meant. Or are you just taking it as it comes?
Yeah, the latter.
Okay, I can respect that, man.
But maybe this guy could set me up.
Man,
maybe he could do the work for me. I mean, there's that one movie called Hitch, right?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, you're right.
You can have basically brokers.
Well,
I guess that's what these apps are, right?
That's what it is. Yeah,
that's what Tinder and Bumble, all these apps are.
But sometimes
the app's the broker of trying to find love.
But sometimes you need that agent there, though. You need that person that can really
that in person.
Yeah,
go old school with it.
You know, a liaison. You know, I mean, I can't help you on that. I was gonna say, back in my time, I could help you out, man. We could, get you right, but I ain't playing.
Be my wingman.
Yeah, I can't play them games, man. I love my life and I love my wife. Yeah, emphasis on the life part, so yeah, we're gonna chill.
Yeah, no worries. But we got people out in the chat looking out for me.
Salute,
Tristan
man.
Love.
Absolutely salute them, man.
Fish Momentum. What's good, guys? Thank God it's Friday. # my stories.
You better believe it, man. You better believe it.
Tristan Love. He's back. He says, how are Minka, Najee, and Deontay not in the top 100? SMH. The disrespect the Steelers get is outrageous.
See, have they finished the list just yet? I thought Minka still was gonna have a chance to be up there.
I think he still has a chance, but I think it's looking bleak because they still need to drop 20 to 1.
Right.
The last 2 years, he never made the top 20, and that was after all pro seasons.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think about Najee and Deontay. I think he's right. I mean,
because
they got Mac Jones in the top 100. Now, when we're talking about Mac Jones versus Kirk Cousins, that's a different story. But Mac Jones, after one rookie season over a dude like Deontay or Minka.
But Mac Jones has already showed that he's the second coming of Brady. I mean, you saw what he was able to do up there in New England. You saw he led that team, bro. I
honestly think they have Kirk Cousins. Oh, no. It is official. Hold on. The top 100's out. The full top 100. Okay. So Minka is definitely not in it.
Yeah, that's accurate then.
Going off that
Holy
chat.
Cow, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't agree with that, man. But, Mac Jones, I mean, dude, like, he is going to be Tom Brady. Everybody loves him, bro. I think that he's better than Josh Allen. I mean, when you talk about what Mac Jones brings to the table, you don't agree with that?
He's not better than Josh Allen.
What? This is Mac Jones. This is like, he's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL, man.
No, I never said that. I don't know where you're getting your information from.
I think he's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL.
I just think he's better than Kirk Cousins.
I think that he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. No? You don't?
Why'd you switch up?
It's Mac Jones. You don't love Mac Jones the way I love Mac Jones?
I just think he's better than Kirk Cousins.
Fair enough.
I think he's a winner. I think you get the right people around him, you can do things. That's really it. He's a young player, made a Pro Bowl his first year.
Fair enough.
Was solid.
But yeah,
led the Patriots to the playoffs.
In all seriousness, I do agree with you though, man. Like Mac Jones, is a good quarterback, 100%. But to have
Kirk
him
Cousins
on the list,
is 99. Come on.
Yeah, but to have him on the list and not to have a Najee or a Deontay, like I said, I can understand some of the people making the case when it comes to the Najee because people talk about the volume, right? Ton of touches, but the yards per carry.
Here's the problem, though.
I know.
They have David Montgomery on this
list.
list.
That's what I was about to
Come
say.
on.
I know, bro.
Let me go through the running backs.
I know, but I feel like that's part of their argument when they say against Najee, and then they also bring up how our rushing attack was statistically, not the best. So those are some of the reasons why I could see them taking that approach. And we've seen that even when they talk about some of the top 10 running back lists that have come out, and Najee gets a little bit disrespected on those lists. Those are some of the reasons why they cite it. Now, I don't personally agree with it because I think, man, when you really look at the context of how the offensive line played last year and what he had to overcome, to me, I think that instead of you knocking him for that, it becomes more of a positive for him.
He's running into brick walls.
Yeah. And that's how I looked at it, But for others who don't understand the intimate details of this team, they look at it like that and just say, hey, man, what you mean? Them numbers don't add up. The math ain't mathing. So, that's the only thing I can see.
You know who else is on it? James Conner.
I mean, come on, bro.
Cordell Patterson. Cordell Patterson
was nice. Don't act like Cordell was nice.
It's a tough one
don't
based off his actual career, but last year was a top 100 worthy season. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I don't think he's going to replicate it, but
and I would agree with you. But it looked good though in that moment.
Yeah.
Last season he was on one.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me keep scrolling.
He was definitely on one last year.
Let me see if I can find one more running back. That was in the top. What would you consider? I guess that's the bottom 50 from 50 to 100. Any more running backs? Cam was at 42. We already talked about that. Austin Eckler. All right, now we're getting the guys where it makes sense.
Mixon.
Eckler, Joe Mixon. This is in the top 50.
Yeah, that's about right.
Nick Chubb.
All right. So hold on, Nick Chubb and Mixon are at. Who do they have in front of them?
I guess they didn't release their top 20. Maybe I was looking at a fake video. Because I saw, hold on, let me watch. I'm going to backspace this. See, Aaron Rodgers.
I do see that.
That's
yeah.
2021. That's what threw me off.
Reading his fundamentals. That's what they say.
Exactly.
I missed it right there with you. So you know neither one of us read. There we go.
They did not release the top 20
There we
yet.
go. So we still have a chance. Because I was
Fake
like,
news.
hold on, man. These numbers aren't adding up either, man.
Fake
Hey.
news. But, yeah, it looks like none of those three are going to be making the top 100.
All right. So we shall see, man. We're not going to outrage until it's official. Then we can outrage.
This is a players list, though, too. And this is basically like the last list of the offseason.
Yeah.
I've already raged enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to get into it. I'm kind of numb to it at this point. Yeah. Steelers getting disrespected. Just the next thing in the cycle of the NFL offseason and media. It's what happens all the time. Nothing new. All right, we got official momentum. It says Sunday. Hashtag Lions versus Steelers. Hashtag no tie game.
You better believe it. Impossible to tie this week. Impossible.
I think it is possible.
No,
they don't do
it's
overtime.
Impossible. It's no overtime. Oh shoot!
That's why.
I was saying no overtime, not tie. You're right.
They could tie.
Yeah,
and
they
just,
could definitely tie.
Stop it.
Yeah, I would say it's
it might be more likely
to go overtime. No overtime. It's impossible overtime. No, but they definitely could tie. Yeah.
Actually, no. It's probably less likely because if you're in a tie scenario and there's like a minute left,
You're just gonna take the chance.
you just go for it,
you
just
take
to try to win it. Yeah, who cares? Twan Lavins, Big Ken the GOAT. Yeah, because the record isn't a real record.
Right.
Whereas like in actual overtime, sometimes you're playing not to make a mistake.
True.
You're like, okay, we might as well go with the tie
way more chances now
because that is better for our record than taking a loss. Sometimes that happens. Tavon Lavins says Big Ken the GOAT. Week 1 starter.
Shout out to Big Ken, absolutely. And forgive my me butting in right there. I was watching that video, Aaron Donald swinging that daggone helmet. I say, yo, my man's out of control. I love it. Let's go. He is wilding, bro. My man is wilding.
I mean, that looked way more vicious than Myles Garrett.
I said, what? Yo, he was ringing it. Yo, that's crazy.
Does he get suspended? NFL said they're not suspended.
They're not going to mess with him. You know they're not going to.
It'd be the Rams. Bro, do they want to give him a game? Probably just a fine.
Holy cow. That was way more violent than Myles Garrett, bro. He was on one. He was trying to take somebody out.
Difference is there.
It's Aaron Donald.
It's Aaron Donald. Everyone likes Aaron Donald.
It's Aaron Donald.
For sure.
But people know he's a psycho. How many videos do we see of him choking people, swinging on people? Like, he's like Sue.
Everyone
but like,
turns the blind eye.
Yeah, he's like Sue, but they are like, I don't know why. They looked at Sue like, yo, you're the evil guy. AD, they're like, oh, no, he's wholesome. It's all right, man. I'm like, yo, they're the same people. All right, the same people.
And it's not like people didn't like Myles Garrett at the time. I mean, the Browns, not a lot of people like that organization, maybe. I really don't know.
My man was
but that was on Garrett's was on national TV, whereas this one's practice, grainy footage.
It ain't that grainy. You see
you
that
definitely.
helmet, bro.
I mean, it was vicious.
Helmet.
It was
I'm
vicious.
like, bro, who are you trying to harm? Like, that's intent, man. They can hit you with the assault with a deadly weapon, bro. What you doing? Like, literally, you saw what that looked like.
Yeah, it was vicious.
God dang. Forgive me for distracting us. You know what I'm saying? It just caught me off guard. I'm like, oh, whoa.
That's what everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Like, I had heard about it.
You didn't see it?
I never watched it.
Oh, my.
No, I never watched it. I was watching, like, film last night, so I just kept seeing it, but I never watched it. And I saw it. I'm like, oh, whoa. He's on one. Yes, dude. That's why I had to, like, stop it. I apologize.
Fish momentum.
Man.
They said Ben still got it. Hashtag 7 sabotage.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Wherever you're getting your information from, official momentum, it's probably
I would agree
really
with
good
you.
information.
I would agree, but we do have to stop it.
Okay.
Because if you look on your screen,
we got another 50 burger.
We did get another one that popped up, man. Shout out to my man R Barley 18. We greatly salute you from the heart.
And I'd say this is good timing because he turned 40 today.
Oh,
so this is a celebration chat.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Salute you, baby. Salute you.
Little one's first ever day of school. Got an 85-inch TV.
You
First thing I do
about it.
is check out this podcast.
You better talk about it.
Nice. We on the big screen.
You better talk about it. Let's go.
It's like a movie. Moats, do you think Robinson should get a real run with the ones?
Okay.
Any chance he could take that job by season's end?
Okay.
Even if everyone is healthy.
Deke, before we came on, we said, yo, somebody got to bring it up because I want to talk about this young man. Look at that. So I'm going to take a quick sip real quick, and then after that, I'm going to talk because I feel like I'm going to talk for a little bit right here. If that's all right with you, Deke.
That works for me. I'm excited to hear.
So first off, R. Bally, happy birthday. Enjoy that 85-inch TV, and shout out to that first day of school, man. Hope that the little one has a blast and has a ton of fun, man. Now, with Mark Robinson, I 100% believe he should get a real chance to run with the ones. I went back last night because obviously last episode, people were saying, hey, man, talk to us about some of the younger DBs and stuff like that, and I'll definitely do that later in the show. But I wanted to go back and watch Mark Robinson like more intently. He had a heck of a game, bro. To me, I think that he is the best of both worlds. When you talk about Spillane's toughness, Spillane's physicality with Devin Bush's athletic ability, I think that Mark Robinson has both of those elements. And I thought that versus the Jaguars, he really put it together. You talk about the violence he plays with. It was numerous times as I was watching him last night, Deke, where I said, this guy is a psychopath. And I meant that in the most loving, like, complimentary way ever. Like, I call
He hits
Vince,
like a throwback player.
yeah, I call Vince a psychopath. Like, in certain plays, like, yo, they have Ryan Clark, psychopath. Like, Troy Polamalu, psychopath. It's certain ones, when you watch how violent they play this game, Mark is one of them dudes. Screen pass, destroying guys. Pullers, destroying guys. Lead blocks, destroy. And the thing that I love is this. When you talk about certain players, like for me, man, I was a fundamentally sound guy. So I'm not going in there as a psychopath. I'm going in there, I'm going to outthink you. I'm more tactical. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my hands to that steering wheel first. I'm going to make sure I got safety help, and I'm making the play that way. Mark plays it the opposite. He plays it like, man, I don't care about the technique. I'm going to make this play. If I can beat this guard, I'm going to beat this guard. If I got to run through this dude's face, I'm going to run through this dude's face. That's something that I ain't have. He's wired that way. When I watch him, bro, it makes me so excited, man. And then some of the coverage stuff. Talked about how that first game versus the second game, he was a lot more confident in coverage. The communication was a lot better between him, Buddy Johnson, him, and Robert Spillane. I thought as a whole, man, he put together a heck of a performance. I'm going to drop a film session on him later this weekend, man, whether it's later tonight or tomorrow sometime, man, because to me, I thought that he really showed that he should get a legitimate shot at this thing. The biggest knock that I have on him currently is just when it comes to trusting him for a full game. Mentally, can you lock in that long in terms of the calls? And that second half is which he really played. He played he came in like middle of that second quarter and then played late into the fourth. My only thing was, like I said, it was a couple blown coverages, and we kind of got away with it. But when you're talking about in a regular season game, 60 plus snaps, that could hurt you. And that's the only part where I could see them a little bit hesitant on him early in the season. But to me, man, once he gets that opportunity to play meaningful snaps, it's going to be hard to keep him off the field if mentally he can stay aligned and stay sharp. Because when I watch Spillane, it's like Spillane can't do the things that Mark can do.
Yeah,
but
athleticism,
Spillane,
right?
But Spillane is never out of position. Spillane is never wrong. Spillane, every single time, you know what you're getting. Mark, it's like, bro, you could see him, bless you, and you're like, man, this dude could be like legit. But on a call where he might miss it up, you know, now I'm watching like, come on, bro, you got to get that. Or, oh, man, you're pushing, working with this guy. Hey, that's okay. I like the pre-snap communication, but this is how you execute a little bit smoother. You can still correct it, but it's just one of those things until you see it corrected on a consistent basis. It just makes you a little bit hesitant. And that's the only thing that I saw with Mark. Other than that, I'm over here like, bro, he could play the run. He could play the pass. He is violent as heck. He plays with great passion. And he's a productive player. Not a potential. He's a productive player.
I'll give you some stats. 10
Super productive,
tackles
bro.
in 2 preseason games and a strip sack.
Bro, productive. When I'm watching him, I'm like, he finds the ball. Remember when TG was on, Terrence Garvin, he said, man, some of the things that when he watches Devin Bush, he's like, I think he loses the ball at times. And I kind of agreed with him in that sense. With Mark, you don't get that feeling. Mark has a natural nose for the ball. And when he arrives to the ball, Deke, he's arriving with bad intentions, bro. Like, to me, man, he definitely flashed on numerous occasions in all these different facets of playing linebacker. And to me, man, I'm super excited about him, man. So 100%, dude. 100%. I think he definitely should get an opportunity. And from what I remember from earlier in the week, he's supposed to get some opportunity to run with the ones in Sunday's game. I don't know how extensive that will be, but to me, I think that he's definitely worthy of that.
Well, and it'll be a good test because we already did our Lions
Mm-hmm.
preview and said that the Lions are going to be playing most of their starters. Actually, all of them outside of Jared Goff from what we know.
Absolutely.
So if he can get in, I don't know. Do you start it off with Devin Bush, then you give Spillane, then you give Robinson, you just go 1-1-1?
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I would love to have him right out there next to Miles Jack to start it out. I want to see what it looks like. I just want to see what it looks like, bro. But what's the difference, right? We talk about Kenny Pickett.
No, I love it. I love it. I didn't think you were going to go there.
Because to me, the difference is this. Kenny is playing the position where his one mistake could kill you, right? If he messes it up and it's a pick six, that can hurt you. To me, I can get away with Mark having a couple of bad plays here and there if he can show me what he was doing in that Jags game. Because that type of productivity in that Jags game, that type of flying around, man, I'm watching this and I'm like, bro, I ain't seen nothing like this in a minute. In terms of a guy being able to go sideline to sideline, get into that rock, violent as heck, like, it looked beautiful watching it, man. It was like clinic linebacker. If you're a Pittsburgh Steeler, this is what it looks like. It's not always perfect technique-wise. It's not always perfect. His hands weren't always right. He always wasn't in the right gap. But this is a dude that just knows how to get to the ball. And when he's arriving, he's finishing. Bro, he missed the tackle on one play. And this is one of the ones I'm definitely going to highlight. He comes downhill. He misses the tackle. Gets up. Runs around. And, bro, like a son of a gun, finds a way to get back in there to make it a tackle for a loss. I'm like, yo, that's effort. That's stupid effort with crazy athletic ability, because when he missed and he pops back up and wheels back in there, I'm just like, yo, he's on one. But, like, when you're talking about playing linebacker here, that's what you want. I want that. I don't want, hey, man, well, he's athletic, but, or, you know, he's in the right place, but it's like, nah, I want that. That's linebacker. That's Pittsburgh Steelers right there. To me, bro, I want him to get the opportunity with the ones this week. That's just me personally. I think that he showed more than enough, and he's at a position where you can get by with him having a mistake or two if he can do what he was doing against the Jags. Because that's the best of both worlds between this Robert Spillane and Devin Bush situation to me.
I'm getting chills right now.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers football.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like,
let's go.
Hey, I'm watching it. I almost woke my wife up last night, bro. You know how you know what I be on, bro. It's like 1 a.m. She's over here like, babe, you gotta go to sleep. I'm like, yo, I love you, woman, but I'm watching Mark Robinson right now. You don't understand. Like, what this dude is doing over here, we might go down and record right now. Like, I'm in that type of mood because of what this dude is doing on tape. Like, I just love, like, passionate players. And when you see a young player that gets it, bro, like, to me, seeing him first game and then seeing the corrections he made in this game and how he played out there, bro, that's like, that's what you want. That's what you want.
Listen, we got to shout out Omar Khan, Colbert, front office for this draft, because people are complaining about the Oladokin being a waste of a pick. But literally up to this point, it's a really small sample size. Yeah. We've hit on every pick, though. Outside of that, first round, Kenny Pickett. Second round, Pickens. Third round, Leal. Fourth round, Calvin Austin.
I'll tell you, bro.
The other 2 7th-round picks, Connor Hayward and Mark Robinson. Are you kidding me?
I just need my man.
Are you kidding me?
Mark, stay healthy. Mark, just keep your head in that playbook, and everything will be fine. To me, bro, he is that answer. I hope it could be week 1. To me, if he was able to go out here with these ones and start next to Miles Jack, and he don't have any blown coverages or blown assignments, or it's like one max, it's like, bro, I'm starting him on week 1. Like, that's where I'm at with it, just based on what I've seen from him versus the other two. And it's not saying that Spillane's playing bad. As I told you, if it wasn't what Mark Robinson did in that Jags game, I'm leaning Spillane because the consistency, I can trust it, but it's limited. Watching Mark, it's not limited. Watching Mark, I'm like, bro, you're getting the plays that you should not be able to get to. And you're doing it young. You're a young player and you're doing this thing.
Yeah, the potential's there.
Yeah, bro, that's the part. It's like certain people, you either get it or you don't get it. He's one of those ones when I watch, I'm like, yo, he gets it.
I guess going back to even
Yeah.
the comparison of starting Kenny at quarterback week 1 versus like a linebacker like Mark Robinson. I guess the thing is, it's just there's levels to it. Whereas like the quarterback literally is viewed as the leader, not only the offense of the team.
Absolutely.
And with Mark Robinson, it's not even him going to be inside linebacker 1. He'd be the second guy.
He's just a part of it. Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, where it wouldn't have as much of a ripple effect.
Yeah, he can go in there and legit be Robin and it'd be okay. He can have 2 to 3 bad plays and it's still okay because you have a safety, you have a Miles Jack, you have a T, you have other guys that can help him. When you're the quarterback, we talk about, like, when it's bad quarterback play, it kills you. Like, you can't have, bad stretches because we've seen what that looks like. It can hurt you. It can take you completely out of a game at times. And it's just that position, it just matters so much more than a linebacker or a D-line. Like, it's just different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the quarterbacks are who they are. That's why they get paid the way that they get paid. That's why they are the face of your franchise, because they matter so much. But that is kind of why I'm more hesitant to throw young guys at the quarterback position. Whereas when you're talking running back, any position other than quarterback, realistically, you can get away with it. Now, when it comes to like corners, at times I'm still a little leery on them, just because that transition from college to the pros for DBs is a big jump, because the technique changes. You can't touch those guys, whereas in college you can have your hands on a guy 30 yards downfield and that's fine as long as the ball's not in the air. So that's why a lot of them younger dudes, I'm always like, let's see what it looks like first.
Right.
Yeah.
Back to the chat.
Yes.
Right.
Actually, it is 10:06. Yeah, we'll give them about, let's try to go through these a little bit faster, though, so that way we can make sure we get all these topics in before we get to the phone lines.
Works for me.
Yeah.
What time's the phone lines again? 11?
Yeah, around 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fish Momentum. Moats, I entered your Space Talk contest.
Hey, let's go, man. Salute you. Now, we appreciate you, baby. Hope you win, man. Hope any of y'all that are entering into this thing win, man. Good luck. Hey, man, had to do a little nice little.
Hopefully it's someone that actually follows us and not
Yeah.
someone just trying to
Well, that's
scheme their way for a free jersey.
Well, they have to follow, but
You know how people operate these days, though.
I do.
The quick follow and bounce.
It's no integrity, man.
It's sad.
But as long as the whole, as long as we feel the uptick, But no, man, for those that don't know, definitely check out the video. Manscaped giveaway travel package in there as well. Signed Arthur Moats Bumblebee jersey, along with the signed copy of my book, The Moats Story of Life, man. So yeah, man, if you have not entered in, make sure you're doing what you need to do. Yeah.
All right, Fish Momentum again. Shout out. This is a great Steelers family.
Heck yeah,
Moats
man.
and Deke. Goats.
Heck yeah, I appreciate you.
Fish Momentum. Ambition Live at Rivers, September 30th.
You heard him.
With Radio Tokyo, 8 p.m.
You heard him.
I'm glad that he said that, Chad. I faintly forgot. I didn't remember if it was the 29th or the 30th. AJ Martinez rolling in early, Master Moats and Deke Diggler. Might get called away, but I will like the thumbs up button. No, I will like. I will press the like button and watch the replay. The chat is so hysterical.
Nah, shout out.
The chat is full of a bunch of comedians. The chat is amazing.
I like it. The chat always turned up.
It makes my day. Dude, I mean, reading the chat sometimes when we're doing interviews and stuff.
Bro,
the chat's amazing.
Focused. They make me laugh all the time.
He's right.
Absolutely.
The chat's amazing. Fish Momentum. I got good news, guys. Hashtag what story y'all want.
There it is. I like it.
Okay, next one. We got AJ Martinez again. Melted tired this morning. LOL.
He might be talking about me, because I tell you, I don't do mornings. Unless y'all got me talking about Mark Robinson, you saw I perked up a little bit there.
Yeah.
Now I'm back to being chill. A little wake and bake. Hello.
Let's go, UW. AD pulled a Myles Garrett at the joint practice, playing whack-a-mole with two helmets. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's so wild for that. But no, he serious was though, bro. Like, yo, what is going on with man, AD? Like, he's crazy. People thought that the video of him choking the Dallas dude was nuts. It's like, no, this dude's really on one.
That shit gets brushed aside, dude.
Oh, of course.
It's not his reputation at all.
When you're a great player, man, they look, it ain't that bad. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I almost don't want to believe it.
I don't believe it. What video? Fake news. Yeah.
Aaron Donald?
It's Photoshop, man.
He went to Pitt.
Let's go. Hey, we tripping on
Probably
that.
one of the best defensive players of all time.
Ever. Come on, man. We know
You
this
see him
guy
in the
is.
interviews. I mean, he seems like one of the nicest people, too, in the interviews.
Come on, man. He's a wholesome dude, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Camonier. Lakers going to the Western Conference Finals with Pat Bev, question mark. Russ gone?
Russ is not gone. You heard Pat Bev. He said, nah, team as it's currently constructed. Let's go. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Watching Pat Bev, though, they pulled up the old clip of him talking about if he were to join the Lakers and why it would work and stuff like that. He had me convinced, but I followed him. I was like anti-Pat Beverly, but like I started following him. I'm liking his energy because I had to understand him, and now I do. He's actually a super humble guy. He just wants to win, bro. But he doesn't have the ego that most people have. Like when you hear him talk, he's like, no, bro, that's not my job. Like, I don't have to do this. I'm not asked to do this. Could I develop that? Sure, but that's not my role. I know my role. I know what this guy does, and I know what he does, and I know what it takes to win. So he's like, I don't care what people might think. If this is what it takes, this is what I bring. I'm like, you know what? I like that energy, bro.
Steeler Nation on fire. Ike Taylor and scouting can help the defensive side.
100%. Yes, indeed.
I don't know if there's a more accurate statement that's been made today.
Like, loving it, man.
Go ahead.
That's accurate in the whack-a-mole. Yeah. Aaron Donald 2-helmet whack-a-mole.
Well, I think your Mark Robinson take was on point too.
It was all right. It was kind of decent. Yeah.
Fish momentum. Len Dawson tribute during the Chiefs-Packers game.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah, with Mahomes, he went out there. They did the signature choir huddle look.
Yeah.
And then after that, he called time on, came off the field. But it was dope, though. It was a cool little tribute. I did like that.
Did you know we drafted Len Dawson?
I was not aware of that, no.
How about this? So, with the Steelers back, 40s, 50s, 60s, we weren't the Steelers that we know today.
Right.
We were like a dumpster fire.
Yes.
We drafted Len Dawson.
That's crazy.
I think he was on the roster for 3 or 4 years, and we traded him. He becomes like a Hall of Fame quarterback for the Chiefs. We also drafted Johnny Unitas.
So I didn't know that either.
Got rid of him, too. So, like, during those eras, we just threw away Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
We said, nah, you can't play here. You're not good enough.
We got Bobby Lane, oh, man, for his last 4 or 5 years, but it wasn't the same. I mean, Detroit had him for 10 years and throughout his whole prime. Yeah. But I think he might have made a Pro Bowl or 2 with the Steelers, but it still wasn't the same. Like, we were still losing.
Yeah.
All those problems could have been fixed if he just would have kept Johnny Unitas and Len Dawson.
It's like that sometimes, bro.
You're right. Like that stuff happens. It's a good thing, though, we didn't have a crazy curse like the Red Sox whenever they got rid of Babe Ruth. We didn't have like the curse of Len Dawson and the curse of Unitas. We won a lot in the 70s. All right. Fish momentum again. LOL. Juju got a new gaming partner. Hashtag Fortnite Mahomes. Which Mahomes? Is it Patrick Mahomes?
It might be the little brother. It's the
Jackson
brother.
Mahomes?
I think it's the brother.
You know that?
No, I don't know. I just assumed.
Juju Mahomes, Fortnite. Let's see what pops up.
Yeah. I say Mahomes. All
right. Fortnite unveils Patrick Mahomes icon.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes teammate, Juju. I'm not seeing anything.
So maybe they just created Mahomes on the game? Maybe that's what I don't play Fortnite like
they
that.
They did create him on the game, though.
Yeah.
I did see that floating around out there.
Right. Okay.
Fish momentum.
Okay.
Deke, I got you and Moats. Y'all clowning Deke.
Oh, yeah. Anybody that's talking bad about you, man, he throwing them hands on him.
Is anyone clowning me right now?
Nah, you good right now, bro.
If they are, it's probably funny.
Yeah, you good right now.
It's probably warranted. AJ Martinez. Thanks, Deke. 7 and Master Moats. My nephew loved the shout-out.
Birthday.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew asked, are they Steelers? X loves Big Ben. I told X we are all Steelers.
There it is. Xavier.
Oh, my God.
You're
dude.
good, bro.
I was
It's
so
all right.
confused.
You're good, man. You're good. Could call him X-Man. Yeah.
Good thing you remembered.
Sons, I tell you, man, that's the weird part about this plant-based diet that I'm on. I remember a lot, low-key. I don't remember why I remember, but I be remembering it, bro.
I go in the opposite direction. Damon Brown, what's happening, fellas? And everyone in the chat.
What's the word?
Hitting you up from the friendly skies on my way to L.A.
Oh.
As soon as I land, I'll be heading to Mars for the weekend.
Shout out and salute.
Did not know Deke and Steph broke up. Shout out, Trina.
Yeah, man. You know, it was a love and Madden thing. Deke loved Madden a little more than love. But, you know.
Too committed to the craft.
Yeah, they're both in better places now, man. Salute them. And salute you, though, Damon, man. I hear you heard a humble flex, though, right? On the friendly skies. You know what I'm saying? Just heading to L.A. for the weekend. You know how I do. Shout out. I like that.
AJ Martinez. Part 2 of his comment says, but Master Moats was the 55 monster on the actual Steeler team.
Oh.
Bring the rain with the pain.
Oh, well, I greatly appreciate you, man. I was all right. I was decent, you know. I always say the real 5-5 was my brother, my OG, Joey freaking Port. I love that dude, man. That's my guy. I was all right. I was decent, you know.
Fish momentum. Aaron Donald saw Myles Garrett and shows violence.
On God, bro. This dude is on what? I love it, though.
Fish momentum. Let's trade for Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt.
Oh, man. No, we want to go the other way, man. Nah. Give us both, Aaron Donald and T.J. Watt. We want that one. Man.
I don't want J.J. Watt. He had his chance.
Yeah, I'm good on it. He turned this down.
I would take Aaron Donald, though.
I would as well.
AJ Martinez. Helmet fights, ? Count me in. Also says Saboteur 7, according to my nephew.
Hey, see? You got to believe her.
X knows football.
You got to believe her right there, man.
Calmonier. We did our fantasy draft last night. Everyone laughed at me for taking Pickens with my last pick.
Okay.
Sounds like an amazing pick. I thought you'd have to draft him way earlier now. They have no idea. NFL young boy about to pop off.
I like it.
I think that's a great last pick.
I would agree. I definitely would, man.
Richard Arbizo. Tell me 5'5", not a psychopath. Cat tweet sold me. He's been doing some recent media. I don't know if it was taped, but I've seen some quotes popped up that people misunderstood his one quote about I'll be in the NFL.
I left it alone. I've moved on. Yeah.
Oh, you're just done.
This is the NFL. I've moved on.
Mark Robinson.
You heard me. I've moved on.
No more 5-5 talk anymore.
I'm just saying, bro. Like
you saying we give the 5-5 to Robinson?
All I'm
Is that
saying
your preference?
is I don't do a lot of the yo, come on. Is this the year? Is this when I see something I like, okay. That's all I'm saying. It's only a matter of time for Mark. If he could do what he did in his Jag game, it is only a matter of time.
Well, you're talking about the on the play stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Devin Bush's comments may have been blown out of proportion because he clarified a little bit, saying like I would love to be with the Steelers, I want to be with the Steelers, but he was like I was just being real because he showed some self awareness because he said even if I'm not on the Steelers, some team's gonna pick me up, even if it's at like a vet minimum. He wasn't talking about him getting a crazy contract.
But you see the difference now is like where was that self awareness in the moment? Because to me, are you being authentic now?
I just don't think you like the question.
That's my thing. But it's like, I don't care if you like it or not liking it. You said what you said. Your mannerism were your mannerisms. So do we believe this one all of a sudden because now that you've seen the backlash, you give us a complete 180? Or do we look at what you've done for the large majority of times that you've been, in front of the camera? This recent is the outlier in comparison to what he is traditionally like when he's talking about his career, when he's talking about just playing football. There seems to be a lack of passion, a lack of self-awareness. Now you get this and it's like, okay, this is good, but why are you doing that all of a sudden? That's kind of how I looked at it. But either way, I moved on. Yeah.
R. Barley 18. With Robinson, I think the former halfback shows when you see him, find the hole instantly. And slides to it, explodes to it. It's like watching a halfback get to the open hole.
And he makes plays. I don't care about your potential. He makes plays. He's productive, but I also think he has a high ceiling just based on his athletic traits, man.
And you're right. He's rangy.
Come on, bro.
You're preaching to the choir.
You ain't got to sell. I'm about to say, man. He makes it easy. I don't have to keep selling him. Like when I drop the tape on him, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You ain't got to do
No, I don't
selling on
think
this
you've
dude.
had to say anything because this buzz has already been happening. People have been talking about it and more or less just asking you, hey, is this possible? You're breaking it down for us.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez. I played a Madden season cram session before school started. I went 10-7 and 1-1 in the playoffs, but I suck at the game. I think we go 12-5, AFC title.
Okay. No, I
Me
like
and AJ
that.
are on the same page.
Shout
12-5.
out. I like that.
Fish momentum. Robinson is going to be great. Hashtag go Mark on.
He has the chance to be great. Let me clarify. He has a chance. He definitely has a chance.
You're giving us some ammo, then.
Yeah. Health, number one.
Hall of Famer.
And then after that, man, making sure that mentally he corrects and keeps going forward. That's the other part. You can't be complacent. This is a small sample size, but it's a heck of a sample size in terms of the quality of it. But you have to repeat that. That's the NFL. A lot of dudes can do it on a one-time or a short-term basis. That's why I said I want to see him with the ones. I want to see, is this as real as it looked like?
I'm with you.
Because it looked real as heck, man.
LD Carter. Glad you said that about Mark. He definitely looks different from the other guys. And I know coaches were gassing him up in the film room. Good stuff.
No, out of doubt. Then we got a couple left. Let's speed through these two as well, man. So
Works
that
for
we
me.
can go ahead. Yeah.
Mike Mula. Prime James Harrison or TJ Watt now? Wow.
Well, that Depot year when he had the pick six in the Super Bowl as well, that was pretty vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we actually did this ranking list
Yeah.
earlier in the offseason, and I had James Harrison over TJ Watt right now.
Yeah.
So I'll stick with that. TJ Watt has another 20-sack season.
That changes, yeah.
We'll go with TJ Watt. But Harrison does have the playoff moments and that
And it
single
was during that
Depot year.
season. It was all in that same season. That was
He was unreal.
Yeah, he insane. Like you talk about completing that first that year and everything that went with that, and then they have the pick six. Like, yeah, that was filthy. So yeah.
Let's go UW. Moats, you should check my guy Titus Swen Saturday. He's a special running back.
I feel like we're talking college ball again.
Probably Wyoming's running back.
That sounds like college ball.
It's gotta be.
there. That definitely. I was like, I've not heard that name yet. All right. We'll see if we can get. Yeah, that's right. College ball is starting up, huh? Yeah. Just more and more content, more and more football. I love it. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. Steeler Nation on fire. Deke and Lana Rhodes.
Oh.
Secret couple.
Oh, that's what you want? You're a Lana girl? You're a Lana guy? Okay. I see you, Deke.
Yeah, she's attractive.
Deke's is a Lana guy. Okay.
In terms of dating, though, that's not my style.
What's wrong with this? What don't you like about the style? I'm just curious. Do tell.
How do I want to phrase this?
I'm waiting to see how you phrase this. You know, is it a hair thing?
Nah.
Is it a
lifestyle? We'll say lifestyle.
What you mean lifestyle? What you mean?
I don't know if our lifestyles match up.
What's your life? What's her lifestyle versus your lifestyle? Just explain, elaborate. You know, she's not intriguing to you, Deke? Huh? She doesn't make the taco meat on your chest start to get taco-y? She don't do that for you?
She's good looking. She's very good looking. But
okay.
yeah, in terms of long-term relationship and dating. and
just think y'all not aligned?
Not for me. Yeah,
okay.
not for me.
Okay. All right.
Not for me. Darius galore.
Mm-hmm.
With Pickens and Deontay, where does that put Claypool?
To me, man, I think Claypool is still going to be very much involved in this offense.
Hell yeah.
Watching him in that Jags game, I loved that release that he had on the was that 29-yard catch he had, the double bump fade or whatever it was, the one that Mitch threw to him. Yeah, seeing his release right there, smooth, love his ability to go up and get it, confidence with it. Still not a hands catcher even in that play, but he came down with it, and that's the most important part. And I just think, to me, he's going to be a part of that offense. He's going to have a role. And I still think George Pickens is going to play extremely well also. But I did notice at times some of the DBs were able to get hands on him a little bit more in contrast to like that first game and in contrast to what we saw more so in training camp, which is a normal part of younger players just developing. But watching how Chase is more just natural because this is his, third year now doing it. So you could see as soon as the guy went to put his hands on him, he's winning right now. And it's clean wins. Whereas with George, it was like, okay, he would cook one, but then he would get the guy hands on them as well. You know what I mean? Right. And when you're talking about with our O-line being the way that it is or how it was in that game, you didn't have as much time for him to not win in a hurry. And that's why you look at Deontay and how he was able to get off because he was winning in a hurry. Chase on that play, he won in a hurry. Pat was winning in a hurry. So when you're talking about the O-line not being as consistent, you got to be able to win right now. And that was what George was not doing as much in this game. He still was having, he was still getting open, but it was just a different type of getting open in contrast to those other guys. So that's why I think that for me, Chase is still going to be involved, especially early on.
Oh yeah, I think it's a three-headed monster.
I do agree, man.
Trio's right now top 10 in the league for sure.
Yeah. They got
potential to be in the top
man.
5.
Heck yeah,
easily.
Heck yeah.
Camonier. We were absolutely spoiled with Ben. Crying face emoji. # sabotage.
Nah, I would agree, man. I would agree. So, hey, Deke, can I talk to you for a second though, bro?
Sure. So
before we transition, I did want us to talk about our shirts because I do like the shirt you have on right now, Deke. I think it's a nice shirt, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I think I've heard of that shirt. It's a true classic tee. Is that what it is?
That's what I'm about. The classics.
That's what it's about. Because, I have one as well. And the thing that I like about this shirt, though, Deke, it's like it's kind of fitted up top, right? Makes us feel athletic. But then it gives us a little bit more wiggle room on the bottom,
Yeah, I mean, you're how many years removed from the NFL right now?
I'm with you. Now, I got a lot of my teammates that have retired, and they say, yo, this true classic shirt, this is what I need. It keeps me feeling athletic up top, but I got a little more breathing room in that midsection.
Because you're eating an extra meal or two
Absolutely.
These days,
That's
right?
what they saying, man. That's what they saying.
Having some wine on occasion.
But
living the life. Want. So, you need a shirt that could kind of conform to your new lifestyle.
And
make you look good still, too.
Well, I was going to say, shout out to the colors, too, because with these colors, bro, they kind of go with everything, man. And also with true classic tees, man, you got short sleeve shirt, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, zip hoodies, pants, joggers, chinos, like everything that you're looking for in terms of comfortability. So when you're watching these games on Sunday, you can feel good, look good. If you needed to jump, if you needed to go somewhere afterwards, man, you still fresh to death, you can get it going. And then also for the ladies, I know my wife, she doesn't like to wear necessarily women's cut shirts or hoodies. So when you're talking about this type of material with true classic tees, man, this is where you want to go. But more importantly, Deke, if we're going to talk about them, we got to have a promo code. And it's simple. Promo code is Moats. You use that, you'll get 25% off of your purchase. And for those that spend over $100 on their website with this promo code Moats, you will get free shipping as well. So stop wasting time, man. Check them out. The link's right there. And yeah, man, look good. Feel good, baby.
Stay
It's
classic.
that simple. All right. So now let's get into this first topic, man. Who are the best newcomers? And when I was thinking about this topic, man, I wanted to really focus on, one guy on offense, one guy on defense, but just newcomer, whether they're from the draft, whether it was free agency, undrafted free agent, whoever, just new person to the team. So for me, when I was thinking about the offensive side, the name, I was stuck with two names. And
Aren't we all?
I think everybody knows two names. It was Kenny Pickett and George Pickens.
Yeah.
I was going back and forth. I'm like, bro, I'm excited to talk about both of these dudes. I think both of these dudes are going to help this team in a major way, whether we're talking the short term or the long term. And I'm just like, man, who do I roll with? And it came down to George Pickens for me because I've said that I've thought since he's gotten here, the consistent, dominance at times has been there throughout OTAs, mini camp, training camp, and in that first preseason game and so forth. It's just been that consistent since day one. He's looked here, he's lived up to it, and he's even risen the expectations for him. Whereas when I thought of Kenny, I'm like, I love where Kenny is at now, but it didn't start there. It was definitely a climb. And part of that is a compliment to him as well, to see him go from here to where he's at, where it's like, okay, we can naturally see the work you put in everything there and the buzz around him. But for me, I was like, yo, I'm the George Pickens dude right now. So I was like, I had to stay true to that. But dude, yeah, both of them dudes to me, man, it was like,
I'm with you.
But I went Pickens.
Such a tough call. Those are
Yeah.
obviously the first two names that come to mind. I will go with Pickett, and the reasoning I will use is in-game. Pickens obviously lit it up in the first game, 3 receptions, 43 yards,
Yep.
and then we sat him for the second half. The amazing catch from Mason's dot. But then last week, I think he only had, one catch for 6 yards or something like that.
Yep.
Whereas Pickett, in-game, we get a 2-touchdown debut at Heinz Field, or Acrisure Stadium, I'm sorry. Final drive, game winner to Tyler Vaughns. And then this next week, I'm actually more impressed what he did in that 1-minute drill and all the penalties that were happening in both series. And just for him to come back,
talk about it.
keep fighting. Now, I think with Pickens, though, to your point, he had the more surprising rise, or just how he's performed this offseason, I think is a little bit more surprising. With Pickett, dude, he was called the most pro-ready quarterback. He had 40 touchdowns last year, led Pitt to an ACC championship. Whereas with Pickens, coming off the ACL injury, we knew he's super talented. Everyone was saying, if he just didn't have that ACL injury, I mean, man, he could have been in the top 5.
Absolutely.
But based off the production in college, there was just still some uncertainty there if he could put it all together.
Yeah.
And for him to come into training camp, guns blazing like he did, and we're already talking about him as the number 1 receiver. He's mossing dudes left and right.
Insane, bro.
That absolutely counts for something.
Yeah.
So I get you on that. I mean, you could go either way with it.
Yeah.
I'll just go Pickett because of the back-to-back
I love it,
in-game play where, I mean, I think he had 2 really good games, whereas Pickens last week, it just wasn't the same statistically. That's all.
No, absolutely. And then for me, on defense, I said Miles Jack, man. I think since he's been here, you see the leadership. To me, he is that calming presence at that inside linebacker position. He makes me feel a lot more comfortable while we've been transitioning and trying to figure out what's the best combination, who's the best guy to play next to him, whether it was Devin Bush, Robert Spillane, or even of lately, Mark Robinson. It's just, to me, man, I think that the productivity is there, the maturity is there, athletic ability is there, and he has a heck of a passion, bro. You watch him in that Jags game, you could tell it meant something to him. Even though it was a preseason game, it meant something to him. And that's what you want to see. I hate to highlight it because we typically don't highlight this stuff, because you typically don't have to highlight this stuff. But of lately, we have to talk about some of these things. To me, man, seeing Miles' passion, seeing how it means something to him, even though it's preseason, seeing how he wants to make every play that he's out there, I just love that, man. And to me, I think that that's going to continue to be contagious, especially in the season. And I think that at times, especially early on, you're going to need that. You're going to need that person that can, say, everybody, yo, I got this. Let's chill. Like, follow me. I think that he can bring you that while we're still figuring out some things.
Yeah, this one was like the Pickett versus Pickens one, where I was going back and forth between either Miles Jack or Mark Robinson.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely.
The tough part with both of them is I used the whole in-game play for
and they both,
Pickett and Pickens, whereas Mark Robinson and Miles Jack, they both have the in-game. So since you did Miles Jack, I'll just say Mark Robinson.
There we go. Okay.
Because way more of a surprise versus Miles Jack. Because Miles Jack, holy hell, like, I called him a top 10 linebacker heading into this season. I thought he was on those fringes no matter what. I'm going to stick with my guy, but I think he has even exceeded my expectations a little bit, and he was awesome in these first two games. Obviously, the leader of this defense, which is what we were looking for whenever we signed him. So that's clear cut. We have no doubt about him and what he's going to do. But Mark Robinson, now he's an X factor. I mean, we drafted him as a 7th rounder.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes those are throwaway picks. You really don't know what you're going to get. But we hit with Trey Norwood last year.
Yeah.
And, man, again, just give props to the front office finding this dude. We're already talking about him in one training camp as a 7th-round rookie, potentially being a starter for week 1.
Yeah.
Had the game-winning strip sack that led to Pickett's game-winning drive in the first game.
He had the game-saving tackle. They missed that field goal. He makes the tackle on the screenplay. No, it was Carlin Patel. Excuse me on that. He's the other dude I want to talk about. Love what I saw from Carlins as well. But
I think he made the team.
Yeah, I think it was Carlins who made the tackle on the screen pass right at the line of scrimmage to force them to have to kick that. It was at 53-yarder. Whereas if he catches that, falls forward, catches that, gets a couple of yards, it's a different kick. Yeah, but I definitely like that. But no, Carlins, he was another one that I considered as well, man. Going back and watching him on tape, I thought that he played really well, flew around. This dude plays fast as heck, was in the slot corner. But, man, you talk about the range, man, read and react, screen pass, he's blowing them up. You talk about him in press coverage, man, he gets his hands on guys, makes it hard for them to release. It can zone drop as well. He had one where I was pissed. It was kind of like the Cam Sutton one where it went right over Cam's hands going to the out, and Trevor does that whole thing at him. It was a similar play like that, but I just wish Carlins would have had a little bit more depth. If he has more depth, I think he's a more of a factor on one of these particular plays. But I also liked on the play where I think it was KZ, Justin Lane, and I think Buddy Johnson were the 3 guys that missed the tackle. Carlins, he is curl flat dropping on the backside, which is literally you're dropping to the far numbers, opposite end of the field, opposite sideline.
Right.
He's the guy that catches the dude 30 yards downfield and runs him out of bounds. You talk about an effort play, bro. He's essentially on the line of scrimmage pre-snap, buzz dropping away 10 to 15 yards, opposite direction, and he still forces the dude out of bounds 30 yards downfield. I was like, yo, that's winning football. That's the type of players you want on your team. Now he plays in that slot position. It's crowded. That's the only issue. But I definitely like what I saw from him as well, man. I thought that he was one of those ones as well that I'm like, yo, that looked really good out there.
Good with letting him go, taking our chances of waivers and trying to get him back on the practice squad. That's what I would assume his path's going to be, right?
I would. I think you can get him back on the practice squad. Absolutely.
Well, some other teams dialing up these Steeler camps or
because
doing
I'm watching
some Spygate
bro.
stuff.
Now you watch him, bro.
They know some
flashed.
stuff behind the scenes.
He flashed a lot. He played extremely fast though, bro. And he wasn't afraid to hit. Like, he was violent pulling up to contact. He was blitzing off the edge, doing everything that you want as like a true nickel corner. Yeah. And he also had, I want to say he had a tackle on special teams as well. So that was the other part that I liked. I'm like, okay, give me productivity on special teams. On top of everything else you're doing, that's quality.
He had that early pick in training camp against Pickett. Although Pickett threw it right to him. I mean, it was a lollipop.
Still got to make the play, though. Got to catch it. Got to catch it.
All right, so that's what? Top newcomer on each side of the ball.
Now I did ask the chat who they some of the names they wanted to throw out there for top newcomers. John Doe, excuse me, he says DeMonte Casey. I thought that he played well.
Good call.
Yeah, he just had I think he had the one missed tackle. Yeah, he had the one missed tackle that ended up in that long pass reception, but I thought he flew around, man. I definitely was liking what I saw from him. Yeah, Tristan Love also says DeMonte Casey. Noya Boy says Larry Ogunjobi. Ooh, yeah, I definitely like that one.
How about this one for offense? Tristan Love, Jalen Warren.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's not a bad call either.
Yeah, Jalen's definitely been – he had a heck of a game too, man. Not just running the ball, not just receiving, but in his pass pro. His blitz pickup I thought was really good this past game, Jalen Warren.
If you were going to go strictly off expectations, I think he would win the offensive one.
Absolutely. Because he had
where
zero
you would have thought,
expectations.
zero expectations is he even going to make the roster. Now we're talking about him for RB2.
Yeah.
Whereas with Pickett and Pickens, we already talked about.
Mhm.
I mean, even though there was some uncertainty around Pickens, we expected him to be a potential franchise receiver. And Pickett,
I'm even thinking to
we know why
myself,
he drafted him.
With both of them dudes, with Jalen Warren, I was liking Mateo Durant more than Jalen when we first signed him. So, yeah, absolutely. You talk about like not even being the most prized undrafted guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's see who else they had in here.
Malik is going Ogunjobi and Miles Jack.
Okay.
I just don't think we've seen enough from Ogunjobi this
I would agree.
Yet.
I think it's more
an
like
awesome
reputation.
pickup.
Yeah, I think it's more reputation for Larry versus what we've actually seen thus far.
Or maybe what you think he's going to be doing this season.
I'm saying some Mason Cole. I see Eugene Jones. It says Mason Cole
has he been flying under the radar?
Underrated because of how bad the O-line has been. Yeah, Mason. I thought that Mason played decent against the Jags. You know who else? Your boy, 6'9", Dotson. I was very impressed with him.
PFF gave him an amazing grade.
Yeah, like watching him, I don't like the fact that I'm agreeing with PFF.
Hold on, hear me out on this, though. Or not hear me out, but do you want to hear the grades they gave to the left guards?
Let's hear.
Dotson, 80.
Mm-hmm.
Green, I don't know the exact number, but it was like 30.
30?
Yeah. So,
I'm going to talk about both of them real quick. I thought that Dotson, when he came in, you could definitely see that he should be the starter. I thought that he moved people. He has that nastiness, bro. He has a play. It looked like the Chooks play from week 1, where it's a defender trying to get off, jump up, and he sitting down. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, Dotson. That's what I love to see. And then even on some of the plays where guys, it was a tackle for a loss in his direction, it wasn't even his guy. I'm like, bro, he's already to the second level moving an LB. And that's just this other guy getting beat at the point of attack. Like, to me, I thought Dotson definitely did well.
He's ready to go.
With Kendrick Green, I will give context. The 30 rating is largely based on the first 2 series. He came back in the game in the fourth quarter, and he played way better. But it was a better matchup for him. It wasn't Arden Key. It was a regular Joe. And even though he wasn't necessarily dominating that dude in the sense of, like, making it gory moving around, he definitely played where you would say, okay, this is a guy you trust right here. But you also have to know the matchup. If you never saw him in that first 2 series, you're not looking at him in that moment and saying, oh, you're the bad player. Because to me, when he went back in that fourth, he was one of the better offensive linemen that were out there. When you're looking at LeGlue getting beat the way he was, both of the tackles kind of struggled in a sense when they took out Chooks and definitely when they took out Dan. But to me, I thought Kendrick was definitely one of the calming presences late in that fourth quarter. But that's one of those things that it's like when you see the first 2 series versus starters and how bad it looked, this is like, bro, how can you say he did anything positive? But going back and looking at him with a different matchup in that same game, he definitely finished it way better. But to me, I think that Dotson clearly showed, he's the guy that you want out there because he can pass block, he can run block, he has that physicalness. To me, I just thought that he brought a lot to the table in terms of just calming all of that chaos that was going over there because Dan was definitely struggling.
Yeah, enough of the splitting time.
Yeah.
Just have Dotson with the ones.
Yeah.
Whenever you take out the ones, get Dotson out of the game.
Yep.
But I guess with Green, even though it is with the third stringers or whoever the hell's out there, that helps his case to at least make the team.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're saying he's outperforming LeGlue, who's another dude he's in competition with for one of those backup spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should help his case, especially to being a third-round pick.
Yeah. Like I said, man, Kendrick, it's one of them things, man, he's always going to be a small player. So you have to figure out how to combat size, and speed. He's figuring that part out. But when you give him a better matchup, he looked fine. He looked like, okay, this makes sense why you would keep him. So we'll see. But that's the beauty of football, man. He gets another week.
Yeah. All right, so where are we going with this now?
All right.
Did you have another guy you wanted to highlight?
Oh, man.
Then we were going to do top 3 most to prove.
No, you ready? Well, let me see. They might be on my most approved list anyways. Oh, yeah, they're on my most approved list, so we're good anyways. All right, yep. So, yeah, we go right to the next topic then. All righty. You know what I should have you do as well?
What's up?
Take a picture of these supers just in case it jumps on your end.
All right, hold on.
Because we were at...
I'm just seeing if it did already or not.
AJ Martinez. Deke got the...
Yeah, I got it. All right, I got it.
So, get you a couple little just to be safe. And then after that, while you're doing that, I will start with my three players on offense that I think have the most to prove. Sound good?
Works for me.
All right. You can multitask, right?
I can do it.
I believe in you. Know that, Deke. Let's go. But the three players to me that have the most to prove on offense going into this game. Number one, I had Kenny Pickett. Number two was actually, I'll start with Kenny Pickett first. So I had Kenny Pickett, man. I think that for him, this is his chance to prove that, you know, if you truly believe that you should be the week 1 starter, go out here and show it. Go out here and prove it. It's the easiest thing to do if you're that guy. If you are capable of it, we're not asking you to do anything that you haven't done before. If you're going to get opportunity with ones, go out there and make it look like you belong. Be the leader. Hit the throws you're supposed to hit, but look confident, man. Be you. That's the first person for me, man, that I think, you know, when you talk about his progression, what he's been able to do throughout this preseason and stuff like that, this is the next step. This is the next test. So let's go ahead and see what you got. Number 2 on that list is Kendrick Green. What we just talked about. I liked how he finished the game, how he came back from that adversity. But I need to see, can you do it versus legit NFL talent? Not saying that he wasn't going against legit NFL talent in the second half of that game, because there were some really good players out there in that second half of that game. But Kendrick just has to be more consistent. And that's the part for me, man. Whenever he gets his opportunity in this upcoming game, he has to show that, man. Because as much as I'm excited about Kevin Dotson hasn't been the most available to us. So if I have to know going into the season that I could be missing this guy at some point in time, I need to know that my backup can actually go out there and be a guy. So Kendrick, man, go out there and show that. And then the last person for me is Jalen Warren. I thought that Jalen put together another heck of a game against that Jags team. I thought that he flew around, thought he ran the ball really well. I love that he was catching the ball off the backfield. And in contrast, I saw Benny Snell drop a pass, you know? So when I think about those two, I'm like, all right, if you're catching him, he's dropping them. I don't like that. But the thing that I definitely thought stood out to me with Jalen was his blitz pickup. He was not afraid to put his face in the fan. He was not afraid to stop these dudes that were coming down there, you know? Put his face right there, stood these dudes up, and gave the quarterback a chance. To me, man, that's what you're looking for. You want a dude that can do all of these things. He shows the foundational pieces for being a legitimate option at RB2. I think that Jalen has done enough to have him in that conversation, and this is one of those games where it's like, bro, you put together a third game like you've been doing thus far. It's hard to tell me that you're not here. It's hard for me to say, no, Benny should get the nod because of what Benny's been doing, because Benny hasn't been out playing him in this preseason. And that's the difference, you know? I think McFarland, he's still a different animal to me in this conversation right now. But Jalen, I think he has a chance, man.
I like your list. I'm just going to go 3 quarterbacks.
Let's do it. Heck
All
yeah,
3
man.
have
Heck
ton
yeah.
to prove.
Heck yeah, you're absolutely right.
You talked about it with Pickett.
1,000%, bro. 1,000%.
You talked about it with Pickett.
Yes.
If you want to be the day 1 starter, back up those first 2 preseason games with the third one. Close it out. Win over Acrisure Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're going to get any first team. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be getting the first snaps. They're probably going to leave the first team out there again for him, though. Like if they're gonna have Mitch start, it's probably just gonna be the same way as last week.
Yeah.
Give Mitch 2 or 3 series, and then give Pickett 2 or 3 series till halftime, and then maybe Mason's the whole showcase. Is a coincidence the Lions are there too? I don't know, but yeah, Pickett. That's obvious. If you want to be the starter, dude, back up everything you've built up this whole offseason, training camp, preseason. Chance. You've been gradually getting better, continuously getting better. We saw what you did in those last 2 preseason games. Repeat it. Close out the deal. Make it a conversation. Even if Mitch plays good, make it a conversation where like you got half the fans clamoring for Pickett. He's the guy. It factor.
That's all you want. Just make it a conversation.
Make it a conversation.
Gives you a chance, bro. Make it a conversation.
The pressure's on too, because you've been playing good, and like he's not shying away from the pressure. He's shown that in the preseason thus far. So Pickett, 1. He's got something to prove.
Yeah.
2, Trubisky.
He definitely does. Yeah.
Your NFL career's on the line in a way here.
Realistically, yeah.
Like, if you don't get a chance to start here this season, where are you going to get a chance? Maybe you get a flyer at some point later in your career.
Just go to New York. You know the Jets always got options.
Like, I remember the one time Mark Sanchez, he was kind
Mm-hmm.
of done being a starter. Jets got rid of him, then he became a backup. But then he got a little stint with the
opportunity.
Eagles
Uh-huh.
because someone got hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be the case if you're not able to win the job out here. But, dude, a ton are on the line. We know why we signed you here. You were supposed to be QB1. It was your job to lose.
Don't
and
be Matt
Pickett's,
Flynn. You might be a Matt Flynn situation right
and
now, man.
Pickett's brought some heat now.
Mhm.
He's brought some heat to the conversation.
Yeah.
Tomlin hasn't locked up the quarterback one spot either. So, hey, dude, you got to go out there and earn it. You got to go out there and earn it. No matter what the reports are saying, it's Mitch's to lose. Nothing's confirmed right now. So you got to go in there with that type of attitude.
Yeah.
So I obviously think he has something to prove. And then Mason, your NFL career is on the line as well. Not just for the Steelers. I'd say it's less about the Steelers because I think you got a job here. Unless we trade you.
Yeah.
But, like, you're still going to have a job in the NFL if we trade you.
I hear you, Devin. Okay.
Like, we're not going to cut him.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on the roster. You still got your $5 million. Again, we had this conversation where, okay, it's all relative. $5 million as a backup quarterback. It's a nice gig, but obviously Mason wants to show that he's a starter somewhere out there.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for you because you could showcase yourself. Hell, the Lions are going to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
You might be a better quarterback than Jared Goff right now. I don't know, but I mean, if they trade for you, you'd probably be a backup. But you never know if Jared Goff slips up.
Give you opportunity.
You can
man.
have an opportunity. And
Give you
it's not just
opportunity.
the Lions. It could be
Yeah.
the Texans. It could be 2 or 3 other teams. Go out there and light it up.
Mm-hmm.
You got a spot here. But if you really want to be a starter in the NFL, this is your chance.
100%, man. 100%.
This is your chance to get someone interested in you enough to actually trade for you.
Yeah.
Not to say you're going to be a starter right off the bat, but you might
You
have
got a chance, though.
you might have a better line
Yeah.
or a better path to get to that point than
Yeah.
you would be if you just stayed on the Steelers.
Yeah, because you're going to have 2 legitimate, like, obstacles that,
Yeah.
regardless of how good
No
you
matter
might
what.
be playing, they're going to get those opportunities before you.
Especially Pickett.
Yeah,
I mean, we
absolutely.
just drafted this dude in the first round
That's
out
the
of
reality of
Pittsburgh.
it.
He's going to get an opportunity.
If they're switching from Mitch, it's going to be Kenny. Like, that's just, we know this.
Yeah. I think his chance was this offseason when it pertains to actually becoming the Steelers quarterback. And I think it would have had to go perfectly for him, which I don't think it has. He's played fine. And then also mention Kenny would have had to have been some part.
Yeah.
And that hasn't been the case either. So it was just a tough scenario right from the start for Mason. And he even kind of hinted at that whenever he was
did.
giving an
Yep,
interview
he
recently.
definitely
Like, hey, has it gone as planned
Mm-hmm.
this whole training camp? He's like, well, I didn't think I was gonna like not get QB1 reps at this point, and you know OTAs were one thing, but they didn't really mention anything about training camp, and
Yeah.
so yeah, he kind of got a tough break, but in a way he put himself in that spot,
Absolutely.
and I do feel bad for him because the hate is definitely overblown, but is what it is. He's got something to prove though.
No, without a doubt.
At the end
man.
of the day,
No, I like that. I like that 100%, man. All right. Now for me, my 3 guys with the most to prove on defense. First name on my list, Hamilcar Rashed Jr. I got to
I like
talk
that one.
about this gentleman here. Went back. Same while I was watching Mark Robinson. I was like, I'm going to cut the tape on. I'm not watching nobody
you're
else.
happy we cut Jannard Avery.
I'm not watching nobody else but Hamilcar. I'm still not happy about the Jannard Avery releasing, not at all. But I could understand why they did it in the sense of Hamilcar definitely stepped up in a big time way this past game. The passion is definitely there. The size is there, though. More importantly, he has natural outside linebacker length, long arms, good long frame on him. But this dude is physical. I was watching a man play against the run, heavy hands. He ragdolled one tight end. He ended up getting the holding call in the backfield and stuff like that. But this dude, man, he definitely was showing violence. He was showing a natural knack to get into the ball as well. But I also liked him as a pass rusher. I thought that he rushed better from the left side, his left side, going against right tackles than necessarily his right side going against left tackles. I thought that he was a better rusher on that side. I thought he had more natural moves. His counter rush looked better. And he had a better get off on that side, but he still was capable of rushing on the other side. I thought that he played the run a lot better on the other side. You know what I mean? So he might be one of those guys that could be a swing guy, which is good because not everybody can do that. But I thought that for a whole, man, he definitely flashed. He flew around as well. And even, when they was asking him to do some of the drops, he executed, get to a hook drop. Okay, you're matching this route. You got to push this guy and get under this route. Like, he understood the general basis of what we were asking him to do in that defense, in that position. But I could definitely see why they want to give him an opportunity, potentially to get some more significant snaps, because I thought that the way that he was able to fly around and he was fundamentally sound. We talked about with Jannard. Jannard did lose contain a couple of times, but I think Jannard is a faster player, a more explosive player, and just to me, Jannard just looked more violent. But Hamilcar still is a very violent player as well in this game against the Jags. I just want to see, can he replicate it? Because I thought that first game I didn't like it as much. This game against the Jags, it was like, okay, this looks different. I thought Tuska did some things that were fine, but Tuska can't athletically do some of the things that Hamilcar could do. Hamilcar, like I said, it was certain things he was doing that kind of jumped off based on his raw size and raw athletic ability. And I just think that, man, for him, not only does he have that, but he was also productive in the game. So now it's like, give him another chance. Potentially get him out there earlier.
If we can keep Hamilcar and the Giants cut Roche, third and fourth guy, that's not bad.
No, I wouldn't hate that. But I just need to see it again from Hamilcar. That's my only hesitancy. It's like, I thought that he played really good. I thought that, hey man, if we could see this consistently, he's your number 3 guy. I think you trust him. I think that he just gives you a little bit more in terms of ability out there than Derek. I think Derek, if you had to, worst case scenario, you can get out of a stadium with him, but it's not going to look good. Because what you need from him, you need a guy that's going to contain your rush. You need a guy that's going to play the run. You need a guy that's not going to blow calls. He's going to do all that, but he's not going to give you pass rush. So if you're looking for that, that's not what you're getting with him. But we've also seen guys who give you pass rush, but they can't stop the run. Cassius Marsh, he's a guy that throughout his career, he rushes the passer. He doesn't play the run. We saw that firsthand and what that looked like in that Cleveland Browns playoff game. We were all over here like, bro, this is disgusting at times. So you have to pick your poison. With Derek, he's safer in terms of stopping the run and doing everything else. He's not going to give you pass rush. I think, to me, with Hamilcar, though, he can give you a lot more pass rush. I think the physicality is there in the run and the hand violence is there as well. I just need to know, is it going to be consistent? Because Derek has been doing this for, like I said, the last season and all through this offseason. But we know where he's at. We know exactly who he is.
Yeah, Hamilcar could be better.
I think Hamilcar has a chance to do a lot more than that. Not saying that he could be a special player out there, but when you talk about that third outside linebacker, I think Hamilcar definitely has a lot of the prerequisites that you're looking for. But I just need to know, is that the version that we're going to get every week? Because if it's the first version, I don't like that as much. But if it's the one versus the Jags, it's like, okay, this is intriguing. This has my attention right here. So that's the thing with him. So that's why I have him as the first guy. The second guy on my list is 5'5", man, Devin Bush. Prove that you belong here, man. Prove that you deserve to not just be a starter on this team, but that you deserve to be on this team, man. Prove it. I know that to him, as he said before, he doesn't have anything to prove. Maybe that's changed now with the newer version that we just heard in this most recent interview. But once again, Deke, this is why I said I don't really put a lot of stock in this recent interview, because how many of these other instances can I go back to where I'm just like, now which version was this? Which version was that? But to me, I think that he has a lot to prove still, man. I think that he has to prove, number one, that he cannot just be an athlete with a lot of potential, but he can be a productive player. A player that's not just going to run around and look good, but a guy that's going to get dirty. It's going to arrive with bad intentions. When I cut on Mark Robinson's tape, it's hard to see Mark doing those things, and I look at Devin in the exact same situations, and I'm like, that's not the same type of violence. That's the guy that's thinking about it. That's the guy that's saying, F it, I'm going to make a play. I need that. If you can't give me that, what's the purpose of you right now? And that's why I met with him. So that's why I said 5'5". And the next person I have on my list with the most to prove is 93. Show me that what you did against the Jags wasn't a fluke. Show me that that's you. Because if that's you, bro, I'm throwing you out there. Prove me wrong. But what you did in that Jags game, man, to me, I haven't seen Devin do that consistently enough. I definitely know Spillane in his heart, he wants to do that, but he's not athletic enough to do that. So that's why for me, I'm like, Mark, Show it, man. Show me that wasn't a fluke. Show me that that's truly you, because if it is, I think they're going to give you a chance, man. In my most humble opinion, of course.
I have the same first two as you. Hamilcar for sure, because we need to do something about this outside linebacker depth. And if you could do some stuff, get after the quarterback, stop the run, there might be a spot for you. Now, with Devin Bush, I mean, this one's obvious. I mean, do I even need to say anything more with him?
I would agree, man.
I don't even think we need to say anything more. Your starter spot's on the line, but I do wonder now, with the Mark Robinson emergence, Robert Spillane being steady, is Devin Bush's roster spot on the line?
Okay.
Buddy Johnson hasn't played bad either.
Absolutely, and that's the other thing I wanted to say too. I don't want y'all to feel like because I'm up here talking up Mark Robinson that means Buddy Johnson played bad. Buddy Johnson played well. Buddy Johnson's biggest issue was that he played next to Mark Robinson. Buddy Johnson physically isn't the athlete that Mark is. The physicality is there, and I thought that Buddy still played well against the run. I thought that he had some good plays in coverage as well, understanding his assignments and tackling the catch. But there is a difference when I'm watching Buddy and how he arrives versus when I watch Mark Robinson and how he arrives. The athletic ability is part of that. Mark is a faster player. He's more explosive. I think they both have a similar mentality in terms of they will hit you in your mouth. They do not care. But it's a difference when one is arriving with a lot more speed, a lot more velocity. That collision is just more violent. And to me, as a LB, I love that violence. Whereas for me, Buddy is hitting, but it's not the same explosiveness. I'm trying to think some analogies that I can give you, man. I think of like a guy think Vince Williams and Ryan Shazier, right? Both of these dudes are hard hitters. Vince could thump you, but Vince's hits is violent, but it wasn't as like gory at times as like Ryan Shazier. When I see Shay hit people at times, it's like, bro, when I watched him hit Giovanni Bernard? Yeah. I'm like, bro, that's velocity, that's explosiveness, that is crazy impact. That's the type of stuff that Mark, when you talk about the closing speed, think Timmons, like Lawrence Timmons, like like that type of stuff. It's like, yo, we've seen hard hits from Vince, we've seen hard hits from me, but it's like, yo, we aren't those type of athletes where that close. You talk about that 2 to 3 yard window where guys are able to have that extra acceleration. Yeah, that's to me what Mark has. Buddy doesn't have that. It's not a knock on Buddy. It's just that's a gift that Mark has. I've seen it with Ryan Shazier and I've seen it with Lawrence Timmons. That closing, we call it the red dot. The beep, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like, it's that type of vibe when I'm watching them dudes.
Because we talk about potentially keeping Mason and how that could be awkward in the QB room. Yeah. I mean, if we're starting Mark Robinson week 1 and Robert Spillane's our backup, isn't that a little awkward in the linebacker room?
Yeah, but at the same time, if I told all of you at the beginning of this thing, you're going to argue the chance. You can't be mad with Mark. You can't be mad with the coach. You're mad with yourself. If you're Devin, you're mad with yourself because you allowed this to happen. If you're Robert Spillane, you're pissed because you feel like the young boy jumped you. But when you're watching him on tape, you're going to know in the bottom of your heart, I can't do that. And that's the reality of it. We all have been in there. I've been in there. I'm sitting here. I'm like, bro, I'm pissed. I know every single thing. I know I can do this. But when you cut that tape, it's like, bro, athletically, I can't do that. I can't make that play that he just made. And at the end of the day, you got to understand that. And you say, all right, you accept that. And you say, man, whenever I do get an opportunity or however my role can be, I'm going to excel in these ways. But I just know I can't do that. I'm not that type of dude. And Robert Spillane, when he watches Mark Robinson, he knows I'm not that type of dude. But I know, hey, if it doesn't work out for whatever reason, I know what I can do. I know if I get this opportunity, what I can do. And that's Robert Spillane. That's his approach with this thing. But to me, man, I think that Mark just gives you the best of both worlds. He's just young. That's the only thing. He's a young player, man.
Yeah. So my last one, it's actually between those two, Robert Spillane and Mark Robinson. Because with Spillane, you're hanging on right now. I mean, you're playing really good.
You're in the conversation.
But you got this dude with all the athleticism and the wow factor that we've been talking about coming up. So I could go either way. Like with Mark Robinson, I feel like everything's just been house money for him up to this point. But now he does have a legitimate shot with him getting some of these first-team reps and Devin Bush getting hurt earlier in the week. And is it even training camp anymore? They call it practice now.
Yeah, it says day-to-day. So We'll see.
But anyway, I mean, they got to be thinking of Mark Robinson in that light if they're actually going to give him the first team reps in practice like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's house money, but at the same time, it's becoming more and more real as we approach closer to week 1 and this third preseason game.
Yeah.
And then with Spillane, I just feel like he's in this weird spot. He's got a roster spot.
Yeah.
But, like, there's been talks before. I mean, there still is talks with Spillane about him being the starter heading into week 1 as well.
Yeah.
So he's just got to hang on because he's been having a good preseason.
He definitely has.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't have the preseason of last year, any of those big hiccups that we saw in coverage.
Can't have that.
Just keep doing what you're doing. So I think both of them have something to prove in a way. I was going to do the same thing as the quarterbacks and just say the 3 linebackers, but Hamilcar.
I mean, they're in there, yeah.
Hamilcar, he has a roster spot right now. Apparently, we really like him. We wouldn't have cut Avery otherwise.
I could understand
But,
it,
like,
bro.
you still got to play well because who knows what's going to happen with these cuts in other teams. Like, if the Giants do cut Quincy Roche, I don't know how we feel about him in-house right now.
I
But I could see us picking him up. I don't know if it's going to be Hamilcar we get rid of or Tuska.
Well, I would say if either one of those dudes, Hamilcar or Tuska, they don't come out there and play consistent and play like what we saw, more in that Jags game, then I do think the Steelers are going to go heavy shopping when those final cuts are made because you won't be able to feel comfortable going into the season like that. To me, like I said, if Hamilcar can show what he did in that Jags game again, it changes a lot. But prior to that game, we didn't see that from Hamilcar. He wasn't flashing like that as a rusher. He wasn't flashing like that in the run game. His hands didn't look that violent, but now I'm watching, I'm like, all right, I see it. I want to believe it.
Yeah.
He's been available, and that's the other thing when you talk about him versus Jannard Avery. Jannard missed a lot of time. He's been out there. Late addition, but he's been out there.
I was going to say, hasn't he only been on the team for like 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, we signed
2
him.
weeks, maybe?
We signed him literally right before that first preseason game. It was, I want to say that practice that I was at randomly, like he got signed that day, and I remember us looking at him like, bro, which number? Like, who is this dude?
But he's been available since.
He's been available
since. He's been there every day.
Right. So when you talk about that, it matters. And now you're talking about making plays in games. It matters. So now you're setting yourself up for a prime opportunity to legitimately make this team week 1. You go out here and play again like you did on Saturday. You do that tomorrow or on Sunday. You got a chance, man.
Yeah.
All right. So we are caught up with all that.
What do we got next?
Let's run through these supers by 11.
We're on schedule.
Yeah, by like 11:15. At the latest 11:15, we open up the phone lines because we do got the hard 11:30 stop today. Got to get to the other radio show. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? It's a Friday.
Works for
having
me.
fun with it. All right.
Yeah,
we should be good.
I had these screenshotted.
I think we're good. I don't think it jumped, so we should be good.
AJ Martinez says Deke got the Instagram models climbing through his bedroom window.
Oh, hey now. Which IG mine's going through your battle, man?
It's not true, unfortunately.
You sure?
Yeah. Not right now. Not last time I checked.
You sure? Are they going through the back door, the garage door? They know you stream downstairs, man. Chill out.
Yeah, I don't want to be causing a scene. I don't want to be causing a scene in my neighborhood.
They got the code to the garage door, man. Y'all got the key door in the little back. How y'all do it over there, man?
Yeah, going through the backyard. Yeah.
You was like, shh, she jumping the fence of hills. You sick.
Hirsch Malik, just giving us some support. Message retracted.
Let's go. Now we
I
appreciate
don't know what he had
though.
to say, but then he also gives us some more support.
Man, he just showing love, man. Sometimes that's all you gotta do, show a little love. Now we appreciate you, Hirsch, man, from the heart.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Cam Lesson, bro, I came into this season excited about Dan Moore Jr., but he has been getting absolutely smoked. I share the same sentiment.
Yeah.
Like he's almost always getting beat off the edge.
Yeah, going back and watching that game, he was definitely still, he definitely struggled. That was consistently there. Yeah.
Look worse than last year, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say that was really, really bad at times, bro.
At least
it looked
last
worse.
year we could talk about him like putting his body on him, like slowing the dude down a little bit.
I felt worse watching it the
Giving
second
Ben
time.
an extra half a second at least.
I felt worse watching it the second time. I was like, God dang, bro. Like, you had one of them nights, man. Like, we talk about them nights. That's one of them nightmares, bro. Like, I've had dreams of nights like that where it's like, bro, I have no answer. Like, zero answer. It's a bad feeling. He had one of them nights, bro. He definitely had one of them nights.
Steeler Nation on fire. Before Deke wanted to do YouTube, he wanted to join Brazzers.
Whoa. How accurate
What
is
as
this
an
assessment?
as an entertainer on Brazzers?
Oh man, are you a talent on Jeez, Louise, Deke. Holy moly, man. It's family friendly.
Dude, I was in a dark place before I met you, man.
Is
Like I didn't know where my career was going.
Yeah,
I needed money.
I see.
But good thing the podcast
Holy
happened.
cow, man.
Good thing the podcast happened.
And that's pre OnlyFans too, man. So yeah, Deke. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you found your way.
You saved me,
I'm
dude.
glad you found your
You saved me.
You saved me.
I was out of a job.
God. All right.
Just trying
all
to
right.
find myself.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, that threw me off right there, Lord. So I did ask the chat which players did they think had the most approval on Sunday. Bart Basquiat, he pulls up with the Devin Bush. Mike Hood, Devin Bush. I'm getting a lot of Devin Bush talk. Matt Nerdy, he says Kenny Pickett to win that job. He needs to show up. You know, he has a lot to prove. Anthony Sixto says Devin Bush and Benny Snell thinks have the most
Benny
approval
Snell's
on
a good one.
Sunday. Yeah, Benny Snell definitely is in that conversation, man. With yeah, if I'm talking about Jalen Warren, then absolutely the same things can be said too of Benny Snell. Yeah. Donald Copeland, the entire offense, or the offense line. John Doe says the entire offense line. Yeah.
I could have said Dotson, but no.
Yeah.
He's good. He's got nothing to prove.
See, I think he does. Not talent-wise, but just consistency-wise. Like, can you continue to be there when we need you? That's the hiccup right now. We talked about the joke about the complacency. Hey, man, don't compliment him, don't give him any love. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about him positively because that's been part of the backstory. Is like, yo, can he be motivated the way he needs to be motivated? Can he stay locked in? Now, I don't think those are some of the things, you know, but based on what the reports are, that's some of the stuff that they talk about with him. So, yeah, he needs to continue to show that he is available, continue to show that you can trust him, and that he can be that player that we both think that he's capable of being. You know, there's no reason why this should be a conversation of him versus Kendrick Green, except for the fact that he had left that door open. Except for the fact that he missed time already this offseason. You think about that's how Kendrick Green was able to get these type of significant reps.
So basically all you're saying, though,
Yeah.
is all he's got to prove is he could stay healthy for the allotted time he's supposed to be in the game.
And that he will be the consistent player that he's supposed to be for that time frame.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
That's all I'm
He'll
saying,
do
man.
better than Green, no matter. You know
That's
what I
all
mean? Just
I'm
being out
saying.
there.
Yeah. I just be out there. That's a part of it.
So, I mean, don't get hurt this game.
That's a part of it, man.
Just prove you're not going to get hurt when you're supposed to be out there.
I think that matters, dude. I think it matters, man. I mean, because we laugh, right?
All right, he needs to get on the TB12 method or something.
I'm just
man.
asking, how much he missed time last year?
He did a lot.
Did he miss time this year already?
He did.
A lot, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like it does kind of matter, man.
it does.
You can't give me one hot game and now you're missing for 2 weeks again. We can't have that because what does that do? Then that means I'm leaning on Kendrick. That means I'm leaning on a J.C. Hasnau or a John LeGlue. You know what I mean? Like, it's a difference. I need to know. Can I count on you? Ulysses Gilbert III. Talented as heck, right? Couldn't keep him. Why? When are you available to me? I don't need it just once. I need it every time, man. Yeah.
What else is the chat saying? Ooh, Witherspoon and Wallace.
Ooh.
You know what? No. You know what? I was thinking this
I didn't think about that.
earlier in this episode. No, if any of the cornerbacks have something to prove, it's Cam Sutton. He was the one getting torched all last game.
Cam.
I didn't see anything bad from Witherspoon or Wallace
Yeah, I
yet.
like both of those dudes. I thought Cam. Yeah. It was on some, especially like the outbreaking routes, man. They were running away from him a little bit. It was the timing was off on the throws, but they were definitely running away from Cam a little bit. The other dudes that I thought played well, I thought Pierre. I liked what I saw from him on tape. I thought he played well. I thought he was very smart out there in terms of some of the crossing routes not getting picked. Definitely like that. Lyndon Stevens, I like him, but when I'm looking at him versus Carlins Patel, Carlins plays with less regard. Like, he's not respecting these dudes as much, so he's willing to like test himself. I think Lyndon plays with too much respect for some of these guys he's matched up against. I think Lyndon is fast as heck. I think he has really good feet, but it's almost like he's afraid to get run by. So he's too respectful for these dudes he's guarding.
Right.
That's like the only thing I would like, the only knock I would have on Lyndon right now. Just be more aggressive, bro. You don't got to respect this dude like that. Until he proves that he's faster or proves that he's nicer than you, bro, don't respect him like that. Because that's what it looks like at times with him.
Who else? O-line in every aspect.
Yeah.
People are bringing up Calvin Austin. I don't even know if he's going to play, though.
That's the issue. Yeah. Is he out there?
What about Edmonds?
I thought Edmonds played well.
I don't think he has anything to prove.
Yeah, because when I watch him in KZ, I think that I thought both of them played well. I just think that if I'm gonna nod one way or the other, I would go Edmonds just because I hadn't seen the missed tackles that I've seen, with KZ this past game. It did pop up a little bit. He still was physical. He still was around the ball. He was doing all those things, but I don't see Edmonds miss those type of tackles. That's the biggest difference to me right now. I think both of those dudes are fine though, and I thought that KZ's definitely put together a heck of a preseason where he's gonna be on this roster. But I lean Edmonds early on until otherwise.
Sure. You want me to hit this last super chat?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Heck yeah.
Blitzburg Nation.
Not those. We not hitting lines. The phone lines. We need to clarify that, D, because your reputation is a little janky sometimes. I don't know what you've been doing in your past, but I want to make sure that there's no confusion. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, what mic and setup y'all use for the podcast? Been listening for 3 years now, and y'all got me wanting to start my own.
Hey,
Big
all
support.
right. Well, D, this your lane right here, man.
H6 mixer.
Shure mics.
Yeah, Shure mics. That's really it.
Yeah.
It's seriously, I mean, webcam, connected to computer.
It's just the regular, was it Logi or Logi, however you say it?
Logitech.
Yeah, Logitech webcam.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
That's it, man.
Download some podcasting software, whatnot, OBS, something like that.
OBS if you want to do the video element. If you're not worried about the video, you just want to do audio, then yeah, just mic, mixer, you're good. And if you don't want to spend that, you could also go the headset mics as well. So, I got the live mic, plug it right into the computer, and just download one of them like free mixers on your computer as well. That's another option.
I think you could do USB mics directly into your laptop.
Yeah,
as
like
well.
the Blue Yetis and stuff. Yeah,
right.
You got some options, man. All right. I like that. So with that being said, man, we will
remember real quick if you want to shout them out.
Oh, shout out. Good call on that, man. Let me see where you're at. Oh, Travis Alano. Shout out to Travis Alano, and welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. So we're gonna open these phone lines, and what I wanted to talk about today, Deke. I was kind of conflicted. I was like, man, do we want to open it up and say, all right, who should be QB1 this week, or who has the most to prove in this game? All right, what do we think about the LBs? Who should be starting over there? But I think what I want us to do is just simply, ask the folks, who are they most excited about seeing in Sunday's game?
Who's on your radar?
So that way you got that flexibility to say, hey, I want to see Devin because I think he needs to be better at this. Or I want to see Kenny because I'm super excited about what he's been doing. Or I want to see what James Daniels looks like because we paid him. You know what I mean? Like,
who do you want to praise?
Yeah.
Or who do you want to put on blast?
Absolutely. But you got options. Right. All right. So make sure I let you guys know the phone number once again. It is 412-346-6955. Once again, that's 412-346-6955. Get us shit up over here.
All right. Phone line's open.
All righty. Oh, hey now. It's tweaking. All right. Talk to me, man. Who we on the hotline with today, baby?
Oh, man, it's Black and Yellow.
Hold on. Talk to me. I can't hear you. Let me hear you again. Who we with?
It's Black and Yellow, Texas still out here talking to y'all
back
boys.
to back.
Hey, there it is. There it is. You right. I see you. And I hear you, Black and Yellow, Texas still, man. Salute you, baby. Salute you. But talk to me, man. Who are you most excited to see in Sunday's game?
Man, besides the obvious, Kenny P. Man, I'm not really too excited. It's more of, I'm more of on the end of not putting people on blast, but more of just see if they can see if they can meet the expectation. Daniels was looking really bad. He was looking, him. I was even more concerned of Daniels than I was more, and also Sutton too. Daniels and Sutton, I think those two were I think Bush, I'm kind of already just off the bandwagon.
Yeah.
But I think Daniels and Sutton, man, I'm just kind of like, maybe put KZ in there with bring Edmonds or
Okay.
something. I don't know.
Okay.
I really wasn't feeling those two.
Nah, I could definitely dig that there, man. And
I
yeah,
like the thought of that combo.
yeah, and I could
KZ
also
in the
see
slot, maybe.
I could also understand the James Daniels part because, you know, he did have some plays out there where it's like you wanted to be more consistent. You're not paying him to have those type of plays out there.
Yeah, that was
So,
bad.
yeah, he definitely has to be a lot more consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah, I like that though, man. But shout out to you though, Black and Yellow, man. Always a pleasure getting a chance to talk with you, man. We appreciate the heck out you as well, man. All right?
Already, boy.
Let's
All right,
go.
peace, bro.
Enjoy your Friday. Let's get it, baby. Love that, man. Shout out to Black and Yellow, man. Phone lines are open, man. Let's call up. Let's talk about it a little bit, man.
Ready
Who
for
are
this
you
one?
looking for?
Trina Steel Diva 5. Devin Bush is on the hot seat. I'm going to repo that 5-5.
Oh, Repo Gang.
That's
I
a good one.
need that. Phone lines are open. Don't repo my phone, please, or mine. Number is 412-346-6955. All right. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with?
Hey, peace to the gods and the earth.
There it is.
What's good, bro?
How you living over there?
It's good, fellas, man. Hey, I'm all right, man. How y'all feeling?
Man, we can't complain, man. Vibing out on a
Friday.
beautiful Friday, man. But talk to me.
Yes,
how
sir.
how we feeling? Who we looking forward to seeing the most come Sunday?
Who I'm looking forward to seeing the most? Oh, man. Anthony McFarland, Lil Mac. I want to
Lil
see a lot
Mac.
of Lil Mac. Yeah, and I want to see Benny Snell. I want to see how that run game looks. And on the defensive side, I want to see a lot of Mark Robinson.
Okay.
We already know what Miles Jack can do, so I want to
Facts,
see a lot
facts.
of Mark Robinson and Robert Spillane and Devin Bush. I want them, and I can't forget about my guy Buddy.
Okay.
I want to really see
Buddy,
them.
get some love. Give Buddy some
This
love.
is a big game
Yeah.
for that other linebacker. Who's going to play that other linebacker? This is a big game for that person. So we really need to see that. And in the defensive backfield, I think we solid, man. These young boys just need to fight for a practice squad spot, for real.
Yeah.
We solid, man. Edmonds out there good. We know what Mika could do. I really want to see. I take that back. Akilo showed me some good stuff last game, so he good. Levi Wallace, I want something. I want to see something from him.
Okay,
I want to see
okay.
him pop off the screen one time.
Now I like
Yeah.
that.
But that. Yeah,
So I did have a question
that's
then.
about it.
So I have a question though, because you said Benny Snell. You want to see a little bit more from him. Do you think there's a scenario where Jalen Warren gets that nod on the roster over Benny Snell?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If Benny Snell doesn't produce this game, I think he does. I
Okay.
think he does. But this is the thing, though. Only if Jalen Warren. I want to see what Jalen Warren can do on special teams. If he can run down
fair
on
enough.
a kickoff and boom, lay a big hit, or run down on punt team and boom, lay a big hit, then I'm like, uh-oh, Benny.
Because we did see Benny do that in the game. Benny did have one of those in the game.
Yeah, caught a
very
touchdown
true.
pass.
And that's the only
Yeah.
way. And that's why I'm giving Benny the nod over Jalen right now is because of the special teams. That's the only.
enough.
That's the only thing he has on Jalen right now.
Nah, I like that then, man. I like that. I can respect that. Well, hey, as always, baby, it's a blast chatting with you, man. And keep supporting us. We're going to keep
You already
supporting
know
you
it.
as well, baby. All right, baby. Holla at you.
All right, bro.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Now, that was a vibe right there, man. That's a vibe. Phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Phone lines are open. Get it off your chest. Let us know who it is you are most excited to see in Sunday's game, baby. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
Those are some good ones. The thing we didn't really talk about, I'm guessing Najee's playing. I'm guessing everyone's playing.
I know. That's what it sounds like. I don't need to see Najee more
So
than like
half?
3 plays. Like, I don't want to see him out there.
Oh, right.
don't wanna see a lot of
Najee,
it.
series or two.
Yeah.
That's it. Series or two. Yeah, my question is, does he even make it to the second quarter?
Yeah. I don't want to see him out there that long. A
Cam,
series max.
Same thing. TJ,
Yeah.
same thing.
Series
Yeah.
max. Oh, we got another one. All right. Talk to me. Who you on the hotline with, baby?
It's the homie Kill, man.
What it do?
What's good, bro?
How we living over there, man?
Oh, man. Living good.
Let's get it. So talk to me, man. How are we feeling about Sunday? Who are you most excited to see?
On the offensive side, I'm going to go with Jalen Warren, man. I just want to make sure he can hold on to the ball. And, make some big plays, man.
He got to hold on to that rock.
Defense,
if he do that,
really,
yeah.
He got to
do
shore
that.
that up. And Dan Moore, he need a linebacker, and Mark Robinson.
Okay. Now, do you think Mark has a legitimate chance to start early on in this season? Maybe that what you feeling? Or how you feeling? What you trying to
start.
see? Okay. That's what I need to know. What you trying to see?
Who's your starter then?
Yeah, he ain't quite ready to start. I just need to make sure he can come in there and make plays when we need him.
Fair enough.
Who's your starter at inside linebacker too then?
I'm gonna hold out on on Devin Bush, man. I still got a little bit of faith that he might turn it around. Maybe he just got to finish growing his hair back out. He need that braid again.
Yo.
Fair.
He said he need the little dread,
like
the little dread tail. Yeah, Samson.
Yeah,
Samson was like that.
Samson, man. He cut his hair and then he fell off.
You right, man. Shout out to the biblical reference right there. Samson definitely needed that hair to grow back, man. You were 100% right. That's what Devin's missing, bro. When the hair comes back, he comes back, bro. You right.
Makes sense.
Right.
I like that, man. I like that a lot. No, that's a vibe though, man. So okay. So we need to see a little Hamel car action, and hopefully Devin get the hair growing back within the next 24, 48 hours, and we'll be good.
Right.
That's a vibe, dog, man. I appreciate you though, man. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey, appreciate the support too, man. And keep tuning in. We're gonna keep rocking with you as well, all right, baby?
Yes, sir.
All
right, bro.
Peace. There it is. All right, let's see. It's 11:22. We got time for one more. What you think, man? Got time for one more?
That works for me.
Yeah, we got time for one more. I'll drop the number again. 412-346-6955. Those are the digits. 2 down. Let's go. I like that one. That was a good call. It's definitely a good call.
Phone lines are light today.
Well, it's like when they all call at the same time, then we answer it, and then they'll like stop, but it's also a delay. So you got to remember.
Maybe some people get discouraged.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But then I see him, what's the number? Then it's like, he dropped it again. So, but you got to give him a little time. All right, here we go. It's another one. Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with?
Hey, this is Josh Grimm from New York.
Okay,
What's
Josh
the word?
Grimm. What's the word from New York, man? How we living? Everything good in your hood?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Oh, man, we can't complain, man. Vibed out on a Friday, feeling special. Talk to me, though,
All
man.
right, so this week we got Detroit Lions.
Okay.
We got Eden Hutchinson, first pick, going up against James Daniels.
Ooh.
Sorry, not James Daniels.
Not James.
Dan Moore, going up against Dan Moore.
Facts.
All right, so now let's say Dan Moore, first 2 drives, gives up 3 sacks, 4 sacks on Hutchinson. What do we do with this offensive lineman at left tackle?
Sign
I'm
Jason
scared,
Peters.
guys. I am scared.
Yes. If that does happen, which if we're being real about it, it very well could happen.
Maybe
I mean,
not 3 or
Josh-
4 sacks, but maybe Mitch is running for his life.
Think about
a
it.
couple times.
Josh Allen legit should have had 2 sacks in the first
Sure.
2 series.
Sure.
So it's not
absolutely.
too far off. Yeah, if that is the
Yeah,
case,
they just would have to close it out
Yeah,
to get the stat.
yeah, if that is the case, then yeah, I'm kind of with Deke, man. We're calling Jason Peters, even though I don't love the pick. I'm just like, yeah, we need something.
You're going Peters over Fisher.
I'm just going whoever I can
Who's
get
the other
right
dude?
now.
Solder. Yeah.
Whoever I can get. It can be Solder. It can be Peter. It doesn't matter. It would be
I
one
think
of
he goes
those 3.
Peters. He will
Any
be
of
amped
those
up.
3,
Right.
I would need one of those because then you're telling me that I could have seen Dan Moore give up potentially 5 sacks in 2 games? Like that's a lot. That's I'm not feeling that. If that's the case, now he's gonna get opportunity though, and we have not seen that just yet. So that's why I have not pulled the trigger on saying we need to go ahead and replace him just yet. But if that were to happen, yes, it would be very, very push the panic button.
But on top of that, guys, I got to say I am excited to see Mitch get another opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't think he got enough looks last week.
We got a
and
Mitch
seeing
guy
how
here.
he handles the pressure this week,
Okay.
I'm really excited for it.
Okay.
I got to say I've been a fan for a long time, but I've only ever seen Big Ben. I've had Big Ben my whole life, and now it's a brand new era of quarterbacks, and let me tell you guys, I am excited about it.
I
am excited.
You hear the energy. I'm excited to see what Mitch gonna do as well, man.
So you Mitch guy, Kenny guy, Mason guy?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm
You're a Mitch
I'm
guy.
a Kenny guy.
Oh.
Kenny is my guy for the future.
Okay.
I do not agree that we need to rush him in week 1.
Fair
Give
enough.
this guy time to develop.
Fair
He's
enough.
going to get the reins. I agree with what you guys, I think, have said,
Yeah.
the past few weeks. Kenny's going to get his chance.
Yeah.
Just let Mitch
Yeah.
start out. We don't need to rush Kenny,
Fair enough.
Yeah, to your point, Mitch has played fine.
No, I like that though, man. Dang, go on. Well, shoot, man. Nah, salute you, man, on the call, man. We definitely appreciate you and always tuning in to us, man. We appreciate the heck out you. Keep rocking with us. We're going to keep rocking with you, all right, baby?
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great weekend.
Let's
Peace,
go.
bro.
No, that was a vibe right there, man. That was a vibe. Got it. Dude, those are some good calls right there, man. Bro, where the heck was Official at?
I see him in the chat.
I'm about to say, man, geez, Louise. But anywho.
He's
that was
there.
definitely
He's
a vibe,
ready.
though.
He's ready. He's in the chat. I
Oh,
see
yeah.
him. I see him
I'm about to
talking.
say, I definitely saw him up there, but yeah. But no, that was the thing, though, bro. When they call in, that's what I'm saying. Like, it goes like nobody's calling to like 5, 6 calls. And that's when
Right.
we first hop on, you hear like beep, beep, because it's like everybody trying to get in at the same time. Yeah, but I definitely like that. And I like his energy too, man. Dude, it was, good energy. But I think we are good, all caught up. We had a couple of supers that just popped up. We'll hit those.
I'll read them.
Then after that, man, we'll go ahead and say our goodbyes and arrivederci.
Marshall, man. Sequoia Harris. Just wanted to say I love the show. Yes, indeed.
Nah, salute you, man. We appreciate the heck out you guys, man.
Mike Hood. Love the show.
Nah, salute you, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, and with that being said, man, just a couple quick announcements before we get out of here. Do got the new giveaway video that is up, man. Definitely check that out, man. Get a chance to, win the Manscaped travel package, man, that has that Lawnmower 4.0, ton of the products that they use to, keep that self-care where it needs to be. Also, the Moats Theory of Life signed copy of my book and my signed Bumblebee jersey as well, man. All that is in the giveaway. New merchandise is up on the Teesprings website as well, man. Hats, shirts, hoodies, backpacks as well. Shout out to that, man. We over here every getting a little nasty with the cook game. I definitely like that. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, man. Stay safe this weekend. If y'all see us down there at Ackershore Stadium on Sunday, me, Deke, Dom, the new cat, you see any of us, man, pull up, say what up, man. We're friendly. We don't bite. Deke does, apparently. But the rest of us, we don't bite. All right? So with that being said, man, we appreciate the heck out of y'all. And until next time, baby.
Peace.